What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let
That's not how you spell her name, but yeah.
decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel big.
It's spelled just like you read a book.
We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
You know what I was looking at?
Haters face the world's mistakes.
Last night, the title of the show was about cars, and I forgot to cover the car topic. Completely forgot.
And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play.
Jon Stewart did a review of the debate, and he basically said, after watching the debate, I think both of these men should be using performance-enhancing drugs. Steroids, HGH, whatever it takes. Pause. Why won't this? Fuck.
But I can tell you this.
My bad. I couldn't get the video in the background. Why won't nothing pause? It's pissed me off. All right, we're here. Let's roll the intro. It's been a hot day today.
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, homies. What's happening? Big Daddy's meat stick on the stream. Karen Reed case hasn't been decided. I don't know that they're going to. They're not going to deliberate over the weekend. They sent them home for the weekend, I'm sure. They'll be back on Monday. We should have a Supreme Court decision, possibly. A lot of people say rolling out on Monday about the Donald Trump all-encompassing immunity, basically for being president when he had those charges, because there's some cases that are actually pending on that. Not that any of them, I don't even know if any of them will have time to go through the entire process and have a verdict before he's president-elect, if he wins. So I don't even know. But anyone who is supporting Trump at this point has less in common with core American values than any immigrant they warned you about over the past 10 years. When 1776 happened, it was to get away from exactly what Trump represents, someone who thinks they exist above the law. Damn. Talk about a hot topic there. Jesus. Anyways, what's happening? Thank y'all for joining us. I did forget to cover the car topic last night, so someone remind me where we parked in a minute, and I'll come back to that. So the reason I put they're coming after the cars on last night's, we got distracted with Lonnie, and I was doing the MapQuest thing, right? But the reason I put the title of last night's show was they're coming after the cars. There's something to do with a car. Story I was going to cover, and I forgot. But first, I want to cover this because it's hilarious. So this is our good friend Scott Rogers. Now, Scott Rogers has recently been using a filter that made him look like a raccoon. I don't know if you guys have seen this filter. I'm sure you have. You've been watching the show. But he's recently been using this filter. Let me show you it first.
Hey, Joe.
Still 4-1.
See him as
That is
a
crazy,
raccoon in like
Scotty.
a trailer park for some reason.
Still 4-1. Snipers all activated.
That's crazy, Scotty.
Stop with that. Stop.
We won fair and square.
4-1.
Okay, we'll win this one too. And then you don't.
Nah. Until it's going to stay 4-1 until I get a second.
To be fair, so the Q streaming thing is probably a good deal. Now, are you going to ever make tons of money off of it? Not unless you have a giant audience like Phil does or like Brad does. It's probably a good deal until they shut it down. Dependent on capacity. So I don't think Q streaming expected to land such large influencers as they did. Is it sketchy legally? Sure. Are you going to get in trouble for it? No. But I don't think they thought that they would land such big influencers as they did, and they don't have nowhere near the bandwidth. When it seems like during peak viewing times that no one could get on the damn thing.
Win.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious.
I'm dead serious.
It's going to be frozen at 4-1 until I get a second win.
Well, that's up to your team.
No, it's
My
up to me.
banana cries.
4-1.
Sweet salty tears.
You're
It's
crazy.
staying at 4-1 until I get a
All right.
second.
So he's been, this is when he was arguing with Carmen. I got a bunch of these videos we might play. But basically, they do the first one to win. They do a warm-up game. Then after they do a cool-down game. But the first one to win 5 games gets the belts. And he was arguing with Kermit. You got to freeze your wins at 4 until I get another win, which is kind of weird. There's one of these videos. He's like, well, I might as well just quit. If nobody wants to make me win the belt anymore, I just quit TikTok. Yeah, because you're begging for money on the internet. That's not a sustainable
Let's go.
way to do it.
Guys, it's street
I think it's this video.
500 points. Get him up. You too, Tara.
I think this is it.
I mean, if I can't get the belt back, I might as well quit TikTok. If I can't get the belt back,
I mean, you have no smoke, Scotty.
I know.
He says, if I can't get the belt back, I might as well quit TikTok. Now, what does that actually mean? It means if I can't sit here and put a filter on my face and beg you to give me more money than a puppet who looks like he's had a stroke recently, for some reason, Kermit's got like a fold in his mouth, then I just ought not to be on social media. How fucking crazy, dude, that you could just get on here and just beg for money. Like, at least I try to put on a show. Like, it would be different. I was just like, okay, we're going to sit here and I'm going to read comments and just send me money. And if not, I'll just quit the internet, guys. I'll quit the internet if you don't send me enough money. And that's how we're going to run this. I don't know. Shit's wild. But anyways, he's been using the raccoon filter a lot. And I think it's because Kilo, one of his super secret internet girlfriends, said it was cute. But what he doesn't like is, he claims to be the founder, the first person to ever use the term the wolf pack to describe his followers, even though that's like a 20-year-old thing, right, from a movie. He was the first person ever to describe his followers as the wolf pack. What he doesn't like is when you call him the raccoon pack. He gets very, very upset. Check this out.
Then Wolfpack against Wolfpack.
Wolfpack versus Raccoon Pack. Let's go, y'all. Hit it up, y'all.
No,
Let's hit it up,
Wolfpack
y'all.
versus Wolfpack. Wolfpack
Let's hit it up,
versus
y'all.
Wolfpack.
Beat the Raccoon Pack, y'all.
Coon
Got
Pack.
this.
We are 2 times gifting.
No,
Need galaxies,
Everybody.
y'all. Drop the galaxies, y'all.
His followers
Everybody
unfollow him.
Galaxies, y'all.
Unfollow his
Five
followers.
galaxies.
Unfollow him.
Unfollow him. If you're following him, unfollow him.
Versus Raccoon Pack. Let's get it, y'all,
Definitely
right now.
not Bob.
Gifts, y'all. Gifts. Let's get them
And
galaxies.
you're banned from the Wolfpack.
Appreciate it, y'all.
You're the best. Thank you,
You're
Michael.
banned, Michael.
Appreciate you, Sauce. Let's get it, y'all. Elijah,
You're banned, Michael. You're banned
let's
from
hit
the
it up, y'all.
Wolfpack.
Let's get this
Guys.
going. Let's beat the Raccoon Pack, y'all.
Thanks, Don, sir.
No, it's the
Sauce follows me
Wolfpack.
twice.
God
Beat the
damn it.
Coon Pack.
You know what?
Set
Bullying
it
and
up, y'all.
harassment right there.
Let's set it
Bullying
up,
and
y'all.
harassment right there.
Let's set it up.
So for saying he's going to report your account for bullying and harassment. Now Scott will play the hard disability card, so he's gotten other people's accounts banned. He gets unbanned.
Y'all.
Scott, just chill a little
Bullying
bit.
and harassment
No.
right there.
Yeah, Sky, you called me some names, so best believe we're reporting you. Me and my people.
Oh, that's cool. The frog pack.
You want to play that game?
The
We can play that game.
Wolfpack against the Wolfpack.
You want to play that game? We can play that game, Scott.
Now you are a.
Let's set it up, y'all. Let's get 3 galaxies, y'all.
He's getting so mad. Listen.
Scott, I'm nervous. If we lose, what happens?
Nothing.
Oh.
My Wolfpack, because my Wolfpack is the better.
Let's set it up, y'all. Not true, Scott.
Scott, what is his wolf pack called? What would you call his wolf pack?
We're the
The losers.
We
What?
The losers.
national wolf packs. We're the head wolf pack.
Yeehaw.
National
No, no.
Yeah, Scott's wolf pack is under mine. We're the
No,
we lead it.
I'm above
We
you.
lead over Scott's wolf pack.
Okay.
No, I do you.
We have Scott sanctioned to a
I'm in
certain
control of all Wolfpacks
area. We run
because
all
I
wolf packs down
created
here,
it.
y'all know that.
So he legitimately thinks he created the term the wolf pack, and he's in charge of all wolf packs.
I
What?
created the Wolfpack.
I created it 5 years
You're
ago.
being
y'all.
kind of a
Everybody knows
lot.
that.
Bull
Wolf pack
fucking
founder
shit.
and CEO over here.
Bull fucking shit.
It's in my
What?
bio.
Fucking
It's
shit.
in my bio.
Bull fucking
It's in my
shit.
bio.
Bull
Wolfpack
fucking
CEO.
shit.
Bull fucking shit.
It's in
Fucking
there.
shit.
It's in there. Let's hit it up, y'all. Can we
Bull
get some
fucking
galaxies?
shit. I created it, and everybody else knows.
Bull fucking shit.
Founder and
Official
CEO,
Type
y'all.
DSO said I'm still waiting to see the raccoon pack leader get his sloppy.
you go.
He looks like an elephant, Scott.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
hit it
what
up, y'all.
that.
Bull fucking shit.
Let's get 3 galaxies and just easy win. Come on.
He does not
Can
like
you
being
make
called the
that
coon
sound
pack.
again with the wolf pack shit? Can you do that again?
Um,
Bull
I
fucking
could-
shit. Did it for you, Kilo.
That was good. That was good.
let's hit it up, y'all. Snipers activate. Come on. We need 2 galaxies. Come on.
Somebody said Wolfpack was around before Scott had TikTok. LOL. Why does
I
he?
know. That's what I'm saying. It was.
No, that's not
Back when I
true.
introduced
Uh-oh.
Scott to the wolf pack.
Oh,
he
thank
used
you.
TikTok.
It's not true that the wolf pack's been around for like 20 fucking years.
That's
Michael.
fucking
We
Let's
bullshit.
go.
Greeting card. I
Bull
Easy
fucking
one.
shit, bitch.
Scott, we
That's wolf
lost.
pack just won, y'all. Let's go. Good job, y'all.
You know what? Bye.
Bull fucking shit, bitch. You know what? Bye.
I'm going to
Sore
calm the
loser.
fuck down because of you,
Sore
Michael
loser.
J. Green.
Damn it, Scott. There was also one good clip. I got it. So Scott was telling everybody, let me see if I can find that one. Scott was telling everybody that he doesn't fart for real. When he's farting, those farts that you hear in all of his videos, he's actually making that sound with his mouth. It's a joke. He's in on it. And Kermit was calling him out and being like, no, you fart quite a bit, dude. We all hear it. Let me see if I can find the actual video. I clipped it, but let me see if I can find the video first.
This, guys. Let's
Let him win once. With the freaking down like you.
4.
Diapers are a joke.
No, you're a joke.
We've won 7 in a row.
No, 4.
You need a Winston, bro. Scotty. No smoke, snotty. First activated. Guys, if you send me a follow, I will give you a shout out. You're losing it, Scotty. Thank you, Coffee. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Folert, for the follow.
Just let me have one more win. That's all I want. Not every game.
Why
Every
does
game
Scott
you're
want
losing.
one more win? He even tells Kermit to tell his people not to donate and come donate to him so he can have one more win, so he can have enough money for his Diet Coke 2 liters or whatever.
Take this team. Y'all need to stop. Let me have one more win.
There it is.
But
Tell them.
I'm trying.
Not every game.
Every game you're losing.
Just let me have one more win.
I'm trying.
Then we can begin again.
I'm trying, Scotty. I can't help it. My team is dropping on you. I cannot help it.
Listen,
Tell them you need to stop. Take this team. Y'all need to stop. Let me have one more win.
tell him to stop donating to you, begging for money, and come donate to me, begging for money, so I can have one more win.
Trucks. Tell him to rip him on live, and then we'll
So the chat says, tell him to rip one live, right? Tell him to fucking fart on live, then we'll donate. He does it anyways.
let you win.
That's not even physically possible, dumbass.
You can't toot. You always toot.
That's not even physically possible, dumbass. Now, Scott pretends that he has an alter ego that he cannot control named Max. And anytime he's mean or calls you an F slur or steals money from charities, that's Max. And you can't hold Scott accountable for what Max did. They're two separate people. He can't control them. And he also tells, Kermit says, well, if that's true, you need to see a doctor. And he says there's no medicine that can help it. There's no way to fix it. He just has to live with it. So they call him out for farting all the
Then we'll let you
time.
win.
And he says that's physically impossible.
That's not even physically possible, dumbass.
You can't toot. You always toot. Use the glove. Use the glove.
Those are fake. They done with our mouse.
You always.
Now, why did he say our mouse? Because Max is also self-aware that he lives in Scott's body and they share. So that's why he says that's done with our mouths. Max and Scott's mouth. Those are fake farts that you hear in basically 3/4 of all those videos.
Use the glove. Use the glove.
Those are fake. They done with our mouse.
You always toot. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Sean.
No, I don't.
Oh, he's very upset
Tutor
now.
bug.
A tutor bug, he called him. You're a tutor bug. Let's see how Scott takes that. I'm guessing not great.
Look here, you about to make me hurt your fucking feelings.
Hey. Stop
What?
it.
I don't always toot.
That should be a clip. Look, you're about to make me hurt your fucking feelings. I don't always toot. That's a pretty good one, honestly.
5, and then we'll let you win.
That's not even physically possible, dumbass.
You can't toot.
Dumbass, he's Red
Use the
Foreman.
glove. Use the glove.
Those are fake. They done with our mouse.
You always toot. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Sean.
No, I don't.
You're a tutor bug.
Look here, you about to make me hurt your fucking feelings.
Hey. Stop it.
I don't.
I don't know if he washed the puppet or what. Mark said it looked like the puppet had a stroke because it's got this weird indentation on the side of its face right now. Maybe his pinky quit working.
Always toot.
I don't always toot.
You're about to make me hurt your feelings.
I'm just
Kermit had a
saying.
stroke.
You're not a tutor bug. I'm sorry. Thank you, Julie. You're cracking everybody up over here, Scotty.
Well, they better let me win one more.
Buddy, we have no control
So
over that.
to win five total matches, Kermit had to win like 10 matches because Scott was taken away.
Your team's got 93 points. How is this our fault?
Why did you, Cheeky?
Boom. We win again. Does that game count?
Yeah, it'll count.
Thank
Yeah, it'll count. Yeah, it'll count. Yeah. I don't count, yeah. I don't know why he does that stupid fucking damn. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right, so back to the call. That was Scott, by the way. Thank you for joining us. If you tuned in for the Scott segment, that was it. We might watch some more clips of him in a little bit. Let's go to you guys know Nancy Drew, right? Kelly Marie Brady. If you don't remember her, this is her. This is some of her art from her profile. This is her cover photo. The DC soldier who's shooting a truth turd out of a Q cannon on a tank, and it says the Hot Mess Express, and it says Red Pilling America, and that's her with her AR-15. She's holding by the buttstock for some reason. Also, no sling in place. You know, going to maintain positive control of that weapon, soldier. Anyways, this is Kelly Marie Brady we were talking about on Nancy Drew. And I was stumbled across a post that someone reshared over on the that page that I manage, the Debunking Crew over on Facebook. You can join if you want to. It just takes me forever to approve people. But make sure if you want to be approved, put that you heard from me. Like when it says, where did you hear about us? Just put Cold Beer Confessional or some shit. Will, something. That way I don't have to vet you because we've got infiltrators. Anyways, I saw this post that was forwarded, and here's what it says. It says, this may be the last post I make for quite a bit. I am a complete wreck, and I am desperately trying to wrap my head around this situation. Now, to preface this situation, you guys remember Phil donated enough money to pay off her car, right? And he donated money to pay off her car, and that's when she decided she needed a new car. After Phil paid it off, she needed a new car, and the old car wasn't having it. So she went out and bought a new car to travel back and forth to D.C. and pretend like she heard the word Kennedy over a loudspeaker. Right? We remember that? Everybody remembers that? Well, here is the new car. Let's do this. History. Sorry, I closed the wrong tab. Oh, come on. Just open. All right. Here is the new car. This is her brand new car. And clearly something's going on with it. Obviously, it's picked up an STD or something. I think that's from hanging with other cars that don't bathe enough or something like that. Actually, I can 100% tell you what this is. This is brake fluid. This is .3 brake fluid on a car in the sun. It eats the paint away. Actually, if you don't let it set long enough, it'll shine. It'll be really bright and shiny until you get on the interstate, and then chips of paint will start rolling. I think I've talked about this before. Brake fluid will do this to a car if you pour this all over a paint job. And it says, this may be the last post I make for quite a bit. I'm a complete wreck, and I'm desperately trying to wrap my head around this situation. Plastering stickers on my vehicle was one thing, but what happened this time is so far beyond anything I can comprehend. While the car can be repaired, it has left Jalen and I with a lap full of psychological and emotional trauma that we will be left to deal with for quite some time. And why? Political differences. Is that where we are as humans? Wait a second. Haven't you been preaching that if Trump doesn't come back and fix this, you guys are going to fix it? You guys are going to go to DC with your AR-15s and wouldn't that be violence against political ideology, differences of opinion in politics? That's weird. Is that where we are as humans? How could someone do this to another person? This is a level of hatred beyond anything I could ever understand. Everything I've done over the past 4 years was for everyone. This is how delusional they are. They will call for political violence, and then when something happens to them negative in their life, they run to the internet and cry and say, I'm doing this for everybody. You guys are just asleep. You don't understand. Trump's for everybody. Believe it or not, it's still wrong, legend. What if I told you, like a psychopath, she spells it Jalin. Jalin. They will call for political violence, but when their outcries or what they do on the internet, what they do in D.C. hits home and affects them, they'll say, you don't realize I'm doing this. Trump's for everybody. You're just so asleep. You don't understand the med bed technology and the deep state. You're brainwashed by the deep state. You're just asleep. This is her new car. She got rid of the one Phil paid off. She said it was too worn out and too unreliable for her to travel 30-some miles to D.C. This is a level of hatred beyond anything I could ever understand. Everything I have done over the past 4 years was for everyone. This was never about Republicans or Democrats. Really? What you do is not about Republicans or Democrats. It's not political at all. Weird. This is just another tool used to divide us. We have all been betrayed and lied to, and all I wanted to was help everyone however I could. I've done my best to be a good person throughout everything that's happened along the way, to not become hateful or bitter, and to continue to rise up for those who depended on me. Those who depend on you. You mean those people who watch you walk around D.C. and be like, isn't that weird, guys? There's 2 SUVs over here and 3 SUVs across the street. Isn't that weird? Oh, I think I heard. Did you hear that? I think they said Kennedy. That was a loudspeaker. I think they said it. Those people depend. You're basically like a doctor or a lawyer or, one of those services, I would say. To not become hateful or bitter and continue to rise up for those who depended on me. But this was just too much. I don't know what to do with all this. I truly don't, guys. I need time to figure this all out. I am completely broken down and cannot continue to live this way. I wouldn't wish this feeling on anyone, even the person responsible for this. I'm waiting for all the camera footage and I'm praying we can get enough clear evidence to prosecute to the fullest. They do at least deserve that, and I plan to do whatever I can to ensure it happens. I love you guys and would appreciate all the prayers you can send for Jalin and I to find some peace in all of this right now. Now, this is a post after it happened. Don't forget, this is also a big ploy for donations, just so you know. Then the post with the picture says, how anyone could do this to another human being is, I just don't know. I haven't hurt a soul. And this is thousands and thousands of dollars in damage from what appears to be acid has been done to my car yet again. The woke right side is the whole right side is even bubbled and streaked. She put woke, W-H-O-K-E, but I guess she meant whole. Done between 12 to 3 p.m. today in the broad daylight right in front of my apartment. I called my camera company, and as my luck goes, my subscription ran out, so there is no recorded info. Heartbreaking, isn't it? How convenient. You have a camera subscription, and this has happened in the past, which is probably why you have a camera and subscription, but you haven't been paying it. Damn it. But I am praying that between my neighbor's camera and the ones at the apartment, that the police can get enough to finally prosecute the person I know is responsible for this being the 3rd time she's done this to me simply because I support Trump. Now, when she says she knows the person, I don't know if I would trust that at all. She's been chasing fake people around the internet for months and months and months, claiming there's a hate group, claiming that they're making bomb threats on her meetups and just wild shit. There's a whole group that just trolls her as anonymous and as the woke left and shit. This is the 3rd time she's done this to me simply because I support Trump. And yet, this is the 3rd time, and every time you've had 0 footage. You just, damn it. If only you'd have paid for that subscription. I'm absolutely sick to my stomach, heartbroken. I could never do this to another person. I can't afford this. God knows. I wish I could move away from here. I am devastated right now. How could someone do this for no reason? Well, you said there was a reason. Now, again, she reads her chat and says stuff like, repeats the stuff that's like, oh, if they don't fix it, we'll come take it. We know how to get stuff rolling. Time's up. It's time to take matters into our own hands. Right? Let's read some of these comments. Oh my God, guys. I'm getting off here. Oh, shit. Sorry, it was loading a comment and then just jumped. I'm getting off here before I completely lose my shit on some lady here in the comments. Some patriots are worse than the other side, and that is a fucking fact. It's not just about the car. It's about the fact that Jalen and I have to live here and live like this when we don't bother a soul. Actually, we do everything we can to help others. No one should have to live like this. I had a neighbor just come by and told me that the time frame I thought was wrong and that my car was like that at 9 a.m. this morning. So somehow you had between 12 and 3 p.m. So obviously you looked at your car and didn't notice, but your neighbor had to come tell you it was at 9 a.m. this morning. So it must have happened overnight, which is like the 2 times before. I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. Lady, I know you follow me on social media, so let me say this. Your day is coming. People like you are what's wrong with this world. Karma's a fucking bitch, and she's going to bring her sister, who is an even bigger bitch, when they come. Enjoy. You need a GoFundMe. You have enough people who watch, and I feel I'd be willing to help you. That might be a good idea, she says. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yes, she did do a give, send, go to get her vehicle. That was after Phil paid off her other vehicle. And then people asked, in one time, Phil accidentally was right. People asked Phil to share a give, send, go, and he's like, no. I paid off her car for her, and she goes out and buys a new car, or needs a new car now, and she's doing it. That sounds fishy. Turn it into your insurance. I have a $0 deductible on comprehensive, thank God, because I've hit 4 deer and had an ex-boyfriend key my car on all sides. The dumbass did it in front of security camera at work and was fired the next day. I'm heartbroken for you. I'm so sorry. Oh, that is disgusting. By the way, brake fluid takes some time to work. Okay? So I'm not saying anybody should do this. You shouldn't do this, right? But if you find somebody that's freshly cleaned their car, you can take brake fluid on a rag and rub it on their car, and it looks just like it's been waxed and polished. So if it's already clean, they'll just think, oh, damn, that looks good in the sun when they come out. Take brake fluid on a rag, rub it in, and it looks just like it's been polished. It looks amazing. Until a few hours later when they start going on the interstate, and this will start rolling off in big-ass chips. So sorry someone did this to you. She says, I plan to make a claim. It's just horrible I have to do this. They will probably drop me at renewal time as it's a new company I just signed with 2 months ago. So already making excuses. Oh, I guess she didn't think about insurance, but she's like, I guess I make a claim, but they'll probably get rid of me now. She might have to do a GoFundMe for that. Insurance rates are skyrocketing everywhere. Praying for you, my patriot sister. Don't let that sick bitch break you. We all have your back. Karma will come to those who do us wrong. Don't let their shit show bring you down. Grand Rising, Kelly Marie Brady. We have enemies, but God will make sure they are defeated. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you yet again. Praying that they are being caught and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. People just make me sick anymore. Is there a registry required to purchase the chemical that did that? If so, the police might be able to find that person. Yeah. It's registered fully assault acid. Fully automatic assault acid. Yeah, that's scary. They have something like that. So she's even doing fear porn with the acid. That looks like they use an aircraft sticker. Body shops use it a little bit. It looks like is sprayed on. Can easily track it down to a local business that mixes and sells paint to body shops. No, the fuck you can't. You can buy stripper at Walmart. Are you shitting me? You can easily track that down. I would think anyone purchasing chemicals that could do that kind of damage would have to sign something. Even pesticides must be signed for, at least in Canada. This is just terrible. I hope Donald Jefferson Trump and his people see this post so that justice prevails. I hope Trump, the potential president of the United States, sees this vandalism and makes sure that justice prevails for you. You've worked so hard and have sacrificed so much to be our eyes and ears in D.C. You deserve to be treated so much better than this, like a queen. Know you are in my thoughts and prayers. Big love. That's awful. Pray they catch the one who did this. That's so sorry. Hugs to you, love. I'm not even sure she didn't do it herself. Honestly. She's a shady motherfucker. Deep breaths. I've literally been watching her show when she reads the chat and she's like, yeah, if they don't do something quick, we're all going to have to come up here with our pew-pews and we're going to have to set this right. We can't keep living like this, guys. Yeah, just like that chat says. And then she's like, what does this come to? Political violence? What kind of human could do this to another human? I got honey roasted peanut dust on my fucking fingers. Deep breaths, karma will come for them. Those evil you-know-whats will get theirs. I'm so sorry, love. Sighs, prayers. Oh, honey, I'm so pissed someone did this. I wish you lived near me. No one gets on my property except through me. It's time this evil person gets what's coming to them. Not violence. No, we don't condone violence. What law? Praying financial blessings for you favor on your behalf and conviction to the individuals in Jesus' precious name, pleading the blood of Jesus. I don't know if you can get Erie insurance, but they are so good to work with. The premiums come at a good price, and you don't get canceled over your claims. I was on Telegram and seen this. Oh, my God. I pray to God himself they get whomever did this. I have no understanding of such behavior. You are the side that is calling for the killing of Democrats, people you disagree with. What don't you understand about, I don't know how people could do this? This is an order of magnitude lower than what you call for at Gitmo every fucking day. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Yeah, we had one of my relatives in Facebook chat the other day. I'm so sorry. What the hell? Evilness. So sorry this happened to you. There's such a spiritual warfare going on right now. You are obviously in it because of all the good that you are doing. I'm praying that you will have a positive outcome from this as far as being able to get your car fixed without spending money or whatever it takes. I wish I lived closer and could let you borrow a car. But I'm definitely praying for peace for you right now in the middle of all this and for justice to be done. I'm also praying for protection for you and Jalen. I would hope there is still justice for something like this. As we get closer to the exposing the truth, I fear stuff like this will happen. We need to rally together and stay united. They just don't see their political opponents or anybody who disagrees with Trump as people, right? Because they have this level, like humans can't do this to humans. Oh, you're talking about somebody who called out Trump on the congressional floor? Not a human. They need to be executed. They've been killed at Gitmo. They were hanged and shot and put to sleep at the vet. Who the fuck knows? But like, didn't they say, I don't know how anybody could do this. All I've ever done's good for everybody. All of humanity's who I work for. Can you get a dash cam and keep it turned on when you are in your car? Yeah, that'll kill the battery. The one about messing with people's shit, you must be an idiot. Oh, just because somebody asked what law. Any mosquito repellent that contains DEET can do this. Anyone can purchase, and there's no record. I don't know if DEET will do it to this extent, but yeah, DEET can fuck up the paint. It'll also clear foggy headlights. The problem is it'll clear your foggy headlights, but Deep Woods Off will clear your foggy headlights, but you need to seal them back. Yeah, it doesn't affect it in any way whatsoever. She could literally take like fucking white spray paint or a can of white paint that someone had left over and just fucking roll over. It doesn't affect it in any way mechanically. I pray that someone has a video who did this, that justice prevails. There's no reason but hatred in a person's heart. It's probably muriatic acid. Muriatic acid. Every pool supply store carries it. Stuff is crazy strong, lowers the pH levels. Sorry, I clicked off of it. Let me see. Where was that? Exactly. Mention this to the cops. Justice better be served. Unfortunately, what you do daily also attracts the other side. I feel bad for you and your daughter, and I pray people never go after either of you. I can tell you what to do, but you have a daughter, and you have to I can't tell you what to do, but you have a daughter, and you have to ask yourself if this is worth it at this point. You both need to be safe. You're in a very liberal territory, as am I, and it's not pretty. Sending cyber prayers. Maybe it's time to rethink this for your daughter's safety. Nothing is worth dying over. How old would her daughter have to be at this point? Like, her daughter can't be young. She's rather up there, right? I'm sorry, there's no reason for this, and you haven't hurt a soul. You're nothing but a blessing to our country. For everyone, we love you so very much. How is she a blessing to the country? 17 or 18, thank you. Oh my God, I haven't been on here in a few days and just now seeing this. I cannot believe someone is still doing this shit to you. They keep saying, still doing this shit to you. Someone put some Biden stickers on her car once. So there you go. Karma's coming and she's bringing her bitch of a sister. If you have any idea who it is and you have any little bit of evidence from before, like a handwritten note or anything, then you need to 1, file a police report and make them investigate her. 2, file an emergency PPO, which you don't need the police to help with that. You can have it in a day and it will be delivered to her. Then she goes on a police database, and if they're ever called about her by anybody, she's automatically arrested. No questions asked, just arrested. That's not technically true, right? Personal protective order doesn't mean that if anybody ever calls and mentions this person's name, they're just arrested. She will get a karma visit very soon. Just wow, this is high school, jealous teenager, messy shenanigans. Grow up, whoever you are, terrorizing KMB and her daughter. Wonder if the trash could be charged. Wonder if the trash could be charged with child endangerment or similar. Probably crimes against humanity, I think. Crimes against humanity. Kelly, if you have any idea who it is, you have any little bit of... Oh, I just read that one. Wow, they posted it twice, I guess. Wow, someone sent that. Shaking my head. This person has done something like this 2 to 3 times now. Put a restraining order on her. She doesn't know who the fuck it is. She's just claiming she does because apparently there's someone in the area that's yelled at her that she was crazy before. Put her work phone number on here so we can all call her employer. Put her work with no evidence, no proof, just your claim. Please put her work phone number on here so we can all call her employer and get her fired. She can't keep getting away with this. She's evil. Her time in hell will come, but you and Jalen needs to be protected. That's another thing. These are the same people that will claim that they're working for everybody, for humanity, but will condemn you to an eternity in hell in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But you and Jalen need to be protected from her. She's not right in the head. I'm praying for God to keep you both safe and protected at all times. Damn it. People are trying to send her money and security cameras. Somebody says contacted the DA's office and find out if this could be classified as a hate crime. Definitely a hate crime. This is sickening. I'm just now seeing this and there's no excuse. You need to go fund me. You have enough people who watch that I feel to be willing to help you. Well, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Many of us love her and some have blessed her, so there is no doubt that many of us would bless her in anything she needs. However, like Kelly said, I get real dang angry thinking about their well-being being jeopardized. Their well-being being jeopardized, or any attempt to create havoc for them. People know who she is, and anybody who harbors any knowledge about this vandalism needs to do what's right. Enough is enough already. God, keep your angels encamped around every inch of our angels' path, please. Thank you. Some lady from the store, if it were me, when it's proven who it was, I would put her name out in the public with pictures of all the damages all over town. Let her feel the pain. You and Jalen be extra careful. Ask for protection against her. Keep your protection close by until this person is caught. Don't let Jalen out alone. We love you. Do they think that Jalen's like a fucking 3-year-old or a cat? Be careful. She could have a laser pointer. And if Jalen sees it, she'll chase it right into the back of a van. What? Like the 17-year-old. Good grief. This makes me mad. They may be trying to trip you up and make you do something you would regret. What they are doing to you, they do to Trump. So you must be doing something right. Focus on the love for family, the love from all your friends. There's way more of us than there is of them. Love you so much, Kelly. Wish I was there with you to comfort you in this hurtful time. Oh my God, Kelly, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I know it makes you feel very unsafe. I pray they get the persons that did this. I pray for peace and contentment for you and Jalen. Take whatever time you need. We will be praying. We will all be praying. I think you know that after all these years, I'm so sorry. Yes, press charges 100%. I'm so sorry this keeps happening to you, Kelly. It makes me so angry that they keep targeting you. You don't deserve it. I hope the police are able to get enough evidence to arrest them this time. And she replied to this one saying, me too, honey. Without the evidence, I'm screwed. I don't know what I'm going to do. And she can continue this. I just want to move so bad. I just want to move so bad. What do you think her new GoFundMe is going to be for? Yeah, they get Jalen with a laser pointer all the time. One of those feathers on a stick with some fishing line. It's got to be bad. It's going to be bad. All I can say is what goes around comes around, karma, even if no one else saw it. God did. Yeah, maybe God will testify on your behalf. You think he'd be willing to write a statement? Oh, yeah. She's going to have a new place. She's going to get moved. She's going to get movers paid for and probably a new car along the way. Insurance to cover that. DC is not worth all this stress. I worry for your safety. If they can do this, who knows what else they will try. Got it? I know. I want to move out of here so bad. But I already paid the last $1,600. I already pay $1,600 a month and just afford to. I'm stuck here, and that's the worst part about this. I don't want to live here with Jalen anymore, but I'm running out of options. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope you can find them on camera to prosecute. I'll pray for that. Move to Florida. It's way cheaper. You can have a house for that. Me too. What is that on her car? Absolutely. I live in North Florida, somewhat out in the country. It's either acid or paint thinner. It's brake fluid. I'm telling you. Maybe someone that watches could rent you something better, safer for that price or less. Let's pray for it. Let's pray for it. Florida is way overpriced too. I had to leave there. That's terrible. Depends on where you are. I'm in North Georgia, and it's way cheaper than most places. North Georgia is where the conservatives live, but we have new apartments infiltrated by people who live in other states, California, New York, etc. Wonder why that is. Rhetorical. Everyone knows they're bringing votes in from the blue states. Everybody knows. Now, I don't condone doing this to anybody, no matter what their political opinion is. But she can't play innocent after she's called for people to be executed, people to be fucking killed, people to be drug out of their office and tarred and feathered, drugged down the streets. Like, she can't play innocent, right? She's called for political violence, even if it was someone else suggested in her chat and her agreeing with it. Is it cheaper than the Northeast? I'm near Helen. I agree how some people can be that disrespectful of other people's properties. How some people can be that disrespectful to others' property. Unfortunately, that's far from true. I just sold my house because Florida is now unaffordable. Insurance is off the chart. Yeah, I don't. There's apparently a big issue with insurance companies. And if you don't know, insurance is one of the most evil, predatory fucking industries in the world, and they run a lot more than what you think. So right now in Florida, insurance companies are just now they're mandating, banks are mandating that you have to have hurricane insurance in some areas for some loans. Most areas, most loans. Insurance companies are refusing to issue it because during COVID, they lost a lot of money when they suspended. A lot of insurance companies were looking bad. Insurance is a thing that people will drop. You don't want to, right? You don't want to drive your car without insurance. But if it means feeding your kids, making your house payment, or not having insurance on your car, you got to make choices, right? So a lot of people dropped insurance. So they decided to suspend premiums during COVID. They kind of lost their ass on that. Then they tried to get people to pay them back. Then a lot of states are like, hey, you can't charge them. You told them that you were going to suspend them. Like, you can't charge them a lump sum now to keep their insurance going. And that would have drove off more customers. So now they're much more conservative on what they'll insure and what they won't, because they did lose a lot of money during COVID. So they are now refusing in a lot of places to provide hurricane insurance. So if you can't get hurricane insurance and the bank requires you have hurricane insurance, then you can't get a loan for the house. And some people are having their insurance companies drop their hurricane insurance when their policy is up for renewal. And then their bank finds out about it and says that your loan's no longer valid. You have to have, and they can't even sell the houses because no other bank, the only people that are loan on it is like hard money lenders, like predatory lenders or people that are short term with a balloon payment because you're supposed to be flipping it. They'll often loan without the required insurance. But a traditional bank, so they can't even sell the home either. They're kind of stuck in it. Their bank is trying to terminate their mortgage because they don't have the proper insurance. When they're looking for buyers, the buyers are like, fuck, we can't buy it because we can't get insurance. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Not to mention they're raising the rates. I was just listening to some realtors bitch about it the other day in Florida and how the market in some spots is like the bottom's falling out of it. Even though the house is worth $250,000, if a bank won't loan any goddamn money on it, it doesn't matter what it's worth unless you have a cash buyer or they're willing to go like a hard money loan, which typically has like a big balloon payment or something like that. It sucks. I don't know. Florida seems like it's pretty bad. I'm feeling like they are. Oh, here we go. Listen to this. It's quite bad here, to be honest. I wish and pray that the idiot is voted out of office because he's destroyed everything. When I moved here 4 years ago. Now, what is she blaming on Joe Biden? Listen, she hopes Joe Biden's out of office because this is what he's done to her. When I moved here 4 years ago, it was very affordable, and I'm single, not anymore. I'm so glad so Joe Biden made her get married. I'm so glad I sold, and it took a year because I don't even want to get into how the multiple listing service, MLS, screws up listings. So Joe Biden screwed up the MLS listings. Also, let's hope and pray we don't have another hurricane. I'm feeling like they are planning one. I've heard rumors it may be a Cat 6. So Joe Biden made her not single, made the listing company screw up the MLS listing for her house, and is planning a hurricane for her area, and it is going to be a Cat 6. There you go. Joe Biden's doing all this shit. I mean, I wish he would stop, honestly. Victoria Lapone Couture. The villages in Ocala, Wildwood, Sumterville, and Coleman didn't help either. They should have never been allowed to get that big. Start looking for a new place. We will all donate to get you in a safe home. Start looking. Let us know what you need. There it is. There's a ringer. She liked that post. You can get a nice 2-bedroom apartment in Northeast Florida for that price. Insurance should cover that. DC is not worth all that stress. There's the post she liked. Yeah, start looking for a place. We'll get you in one. We'll get you in a new place. Damn it, boy. Anyways, this has been big news over on Facebook. People suck, girl. I'm so sorry that happens to you. You definitely don't deserve it. Seriously? That chick is still vandalizing your vehicles? She needs to be caught red-handed. So this is a woman from the local gas station that she got in an altercation with. There is a Cat 6 category. Apparently it's very rare. It's like over 195 mile an hour winds. Like it's like, yeah. There's a Cat 6 category for hurricanes. It didn't used to be. I think it's like a recent thing. It used to go all the way to Category 5. Or maybe it's a proposed thing. Category 5 is 157 plus. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a proposal. It's not an actual. It's a proposal, I guess. I just know that I saw a bunch of news articles about the need for a Cat 6. It says the proposal suggests that Category 5 storms include hurricanes with maximum sustained wind up to 192. The new category would include Cat 6, which would include any storm with wind speeds above 192 miles per hour. Currently, these category, and it puts in quotes, these Category 6 storms are very rare, but do happen. So it seems like it's a proposal from, I don't know, whatever agency does it. I just know I read an article about it. Do we need Cat 6 or should we have Cat 6 storms? So there you go. Scientists make a renewed call for Category 6 hurricane designations. That was this year. Maybe this is what I read. Hurricanes are rated on a scale from 1 to 5. Currently, depending on their wind speeds, the higher the speed, the higher the category. But as climate change makes powerful storms more common, it may be necessary to add a 6th category, according to a new paper published by leading hurricane researchers. The current 5-point scale, called the Saffir-Simpson scale, was introduced in the 1970s and is used by forecasters around the world, including the National Hurricane Center in Florida. Under the scale, storms with a maximum wind speed of 157 miles per hour or higher are designated Category 5. Category 5 storms used to be rare, used to be relatively rare, but climate change is making them more common, research shows. And some recent Category 5 storms had such high wind speeds that it would make more sense to assign them to Category 6 if such a category currently existed, the authors argue. The authors of the new paper, James Cosson of the First Street Foundation and Michael Werner of the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratories, have been studying the effects of climate change on hurricanes for decades. They propose that Category 5 should include hurricanes with a maximum sustained wind speed of 157 to 192 miles per hour, and then the new Category 6 should include any storm with wind speeds above 192. Under their new scale, Category 6 hurricanes would be exceedingly rare right now. For example, it might apply to 2013's Typhoon Haiyan devastated the Philippines with wind speeds around 195 miles per hour. In fact, scientists in Taiwan argued at the time that Haiyan necessitated a new category designation. 4 other storms since 2013 would qualify for Cat 6 status, including 2015's Hurricane Patricia, which hit Mexico, and 3 typhoons that formed near the Philippines in 2016, 2020, and 2021. But other powerful storms wouldn't make the cut. For example, Hurricane Irma had sustained winds around 185 miles per hour when it hit the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2018 as a Category 5 storm. The wind damage from Irma led some residents to suggest that the storm should have been given a Category 6 designation by forecasters because they felt they hadn't been adequately warned. Look, if the current scale only goes to Cat 5, and they say, hey, it's a Cat 5, and you don't fucking leave, like that's the highest the fucking scale goes, and you don't leave, you think if they say Cat 6, you would? Like, I understand for study and for, like, quick reference, Cat 6 may be a good thing. But these people that are like, they should have told us it was a Category 6 so we would have known to leave. That's like if someone tells you that, hey, someone's going to come into your work today and they're going to be shooting at you with a 9mm pistol, and you're like, whatever. And then they come in with a 40 cal, and you're like, they should have told us. They should have warned us. I wouldn't have been at work today. Because they felt that they hadn't been adequately warned about the extraordinary dangerous wind. But under the new proposal scale, Irma would still be a Category 5 anyways. Similarly, Hurricane Dorian had wind speeds about 185 miles per hour when it made landfall in the Bahamas 2019. It was and would remain a Category 5 storm. And the new scale would do little to confound the particular danger from such storms, such as Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Florence, or Hurricane Ida, which fit cleanly into the current wind speed scale because deadly flooding from extreme rain. That's what's dangerous, is even if it doesn't have the wind speeds, it can still flood you out, or I don't know. Wind's still dangerous at 192 as it is at 193. The National Hurricane Center, which handles official category designations for hurricanes that threaten the United States and its territories, has not weighed in on the question. So in the U.S., there's no such thing as a Category 6 right now. And this was published this year. They called for it again. I remember reading a story about it. That's why I guess I thought it was a real thing. I was wrong. Anyways, back to the comments. She also put up this this beautiful post. But right before her car got vandalized, she was making fun of Fran Drescher, saying, "I think we should all take a second to be thankful this isn't my voice." Love and light. That's why we're healing, guys. Love and light. Love and light. Oh. I don't know. I guess it depends on which one you're facing. Water could be dangerous too. Hell, you could fucking drown and die and be swept away. Flash floods are pretty fucking intense. They both suck. I think they both could be pretty fucking bad. I bet Jess and Q loves her. Probably. Like her voice is better. Her voice is pretty rough. I wonder, let's see if we can find one of her videos. Oh, Nancy Drew. Here we go. This is what she does. This is why she's been called an angel. This is why she has GoFundMe. This is why they're buying her cars and fucking probably getting her a new house to live and paying for a moving service. This is what God sent her to do. Walk around and pretend to hear shit on secret intercoms. Well, say something now. Damn. This is the voice of an angel.
Hey guys, hello. Happy Monday.
Look, I know I got an annoying voice. I get it.
So, I tried to catch this puppy leaving under the Key Bridge, although I was late. I could see it. It was, I could still see it. It was going down where I originally was shooting when they had everything closed off. I had gone to the park, hopefully, to catch it coming under the bridge, but I didn't. But I could see it leaving. So I drove down here. I am at Gibson Island, and some of you will recognize this place because I've been here before. We were here for quite a long time because that exact spot almost is where the evergreen was stuck.
Oh my God.
And I just got here, and it's here. So, like,
Gibson Island's on the Chesapeake.
what? Yeah. Oh Lord, I only laugh because, fuck, this shit's just crazy. Anyhow, so here it is, and I don't know how well you're able to see anything.
Perfect.
But they are really moving her very, very slowly.
Yeah, she's damaged.
And I'm trying to see if it's like stopped for a moment. Oh, sorry. No, she's moving. She's just moving really slowly because I can see on the other island something that okay, yeah, she's moving. Okay. So basically, oh, you can see it. Look. Here's the Bay Bridge. There's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Okay, now she's going to go under that, and they're supposed to close it down for the period that she's going under it, just for precautionary measures.
Yeah, it's I guess it's kind of up near like where Annapolis or what is that? Is it 50 that crosses? Anyways, it's near the Baltimore Harbor lot.
So that's going to create a lot of freaking traffic.
Oh my
goodness! And I actually thought maybe I would go to Annapolis. I wouldn't have gotten a better shot than this down there. And I thought, yeah, no, with that Bay Bridge being closed down, yeah, you better not. You better just come to Gibson Island. So I'm just not really particularly crazy about this island. And if you haven't done a dig on it, I suggest you do a dig on it. Okay? It really has a history. Oh, that's some beautiful driftwood. It really does not have a very pretty history. And I'll tell you a story while we're just sitting here watching this.
Oh, thank
this
God.
ship crawl away. This is the school, okay, behind me. That is the
voice of an
Gibson
angel.
Island Country School. Now, it's been closed down, I think about 9 years now, 9 or 10 years now, and they closed abruptly, okay? My daughter, Jalen, she went to school here. She got a scholarship to come to school here. It's a private school, very elite, very expensive. But she got a scholarship to come here.
Very elite, very expensive. That's where her daughter goes to school at. Right on Chesapeake Bay. Look, arrests are happening, says the Q page. Arrests are happening, guys. It's the boat that hit the bridge. The Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Who house is that? Is that the kid? Yes, that's the kid. That's the kid's house. That's the kid's house. That's the little boy house. Yeah. Who is that? Keep in mind, I ain't seen them in a couple of days. I ain't see that cars there in a minute. They has been here to fly. I have not seen them in a couple of days. I didn't woke up out of my sleep.
Oh my goodness. Arrests are happening. That's all you need to see. The Q pages will show you.
Are they gonna go through the house? They gonna blitz they shit. Are they gonna go through the house? Hell yeah, they're gonna blitz they shit. They gonna go through the house. I don't know. I ain't seen them in a couple of days. Oh, you did? They been left.
2427 Northwest 131 Circle. Step away from the doors and the windows.
Oh shit. No, somebody in there. I see the window going up. You don't see the window? The windshield going up? No, I don't. The blinds? I don't see.
This is in Florida.
Step away from the door.
Barricade that. They
finna bust that door open. They ain't gonna come out blazing.
You see all the hood niggas down, everybody out. Bro, they finna go to the house.
It's a house in Miami. I wonder what the warrant was for. Arrests are happening.
Oh my motherfucking God.
No,
don't get no closer. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. Oh my God. This what the fuck you get when you stay in Oklahoma. Just get out. They really finna blitz some shit. And they got drones and shit.
Oh God. Nah. Damn, look at that drone.
This finna be on the news.
Y'all see that drone?
It's finna be on the news.
Yeah, it's just recording. Chill out.
Where the drone?
That's the highlight of the day. Bro, I don't know.
This It's Miami-Dade County. It don't matter where you stay. It's ghetto everywhere.
It don't matter where you stay in Miami. It's ghetto everywhere. These guys are going to Gitmo. So what they did was run this camera up, and then they weren't planning on ramming the house. Let's say they ran the camera in this open area here to see if there's any booby traps or tripwires, shit like that. Somebody hiding around the corner.
I'm definitely posting this shit on my fucking story. They really gonna go through that?
They can punch that through a door.
I'm trying to take a nap.
Even hook the door and pull it off the hinges.
Yeah, how?
That might be what they're doing right now.
Better than them.
Stop it.
Running that boom through a door. This is Ted Cruz's house, guys. I don't know if you guys know that.
It's like you seen the window moving.
It's his summer home.
Oh no, that's a
Have you heard Tom Segura's story about Ted Cruz? I don't know if you've seen it from his special.
Shit. I mean, rushing it, not knowing that nobody's not in it.
They got a girl in that bitch too. They wouldn't see.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It just came up the other day because apparently they finally asked. Oh, actually, I don't want to change that video. We're going to watch that in a second. Johnny Gobble going after our boy. Oh, that was all for Kelly Marie Brady. Her car's been vandalized. She needs more money. Let's see if this is I'll probably get copyright strike for this, but it's funny.
I moved recently because of you nice folks. I could buy a nice house, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank you. I bought a house in a neighborhood though that I think is too nice. You know, like it kind of reminds me of a store. You ever walk into a store and like right away you're like, I should leave. Like when you get there, I feel like whenever they offer you something to drink in a store, that's a sign. You know, some stores you walk into and they're like, would you like still or sparkling water? And you're like, no, there's something in the car. I'll be right back. Well, I mean, all my neighbors, they're like investment bankers and partners in legal firms, and then I'm there. Like, do you eat ass or what do you do, man? You know? And they're like, thanks for buying a house. It's great to have you. Here's what's wild. A current or former United States Senator, I shall not say whom, lives in my neighborhood. Everybody talks about him. I know which house is his. I'd never met him. Now I'm home from tour, and I decide to start my day with a morning walk, a casual walk. You know, have some coffee. Let's get the day started. I go for a walk. I walk past his house. He comes outside. I don't say anything, right? But he yells out. He goes, hey, are you the comedian? And I go, yeah. He goes, where do you think the term motherfucker comes from? Hello, it's nice to meet you.
In Miami, it was probably drug dealers that are tied to like a gang or some shit.
I go, I don't know. He goes, you think it's from people doing that? Hey, are you the comedian? And I go, yeah. He goes, where do you think the term motherfucker comes from?
Oh, shit.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. I go, I don't know. He goes, you think it's from people doing that? I'm like, fucking their moms? And he goes, meow.
Meow.
I go, I don't know. He goes, how many people do you think do that? I go, more than you want it to be. And he's like, meow. Then, and I'm not making this up, I could not make this up, he says to me, how about daughter fuckers? I go, first of all, that's not an expression that anybody uses. Right? No one's like, check out this crazy daughter fucker over here. I go, if you have kinks, we can talk about them, but not like this. I don't like this at all. And he goes, meow. And he just turns around and walks into his house. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I keep walking, just contemplating every mistake I've ever made that led me to that conversation. And now I'm walking home. So I walk past his house again. He comes back outside. He goes, hey, I didn't want it to end like that. That was weird. It was. He goes, I thought about it, and a motherfucker is not somebody who fucks their own mom. I go, oh, do tell. He goes, a motherfucker is someone who fucks your mom. He goes, that's the most disrespectful thing anyone can do, so if somebody is particularly rude, you call them a motherfucker. And I go, wow. I am so impressed that you put that together so quickly. I can see why you may or may not be Ted Cruz. And then I walk away.
I can see why you may or may not be Ted Cruz. Oh, no. All right, now we've got some stuff. Let me cover this right quick. So you guys remember our boy Johnny Gobble, right? Johnny Gobbler. Dak Burn Johnny Gobble. You know what I'm talking about? Well, he keeps changing his YouTube name, but here it is. He did a short the other day. He is not friends with, so Gotcha Man has been winning this back and forth trolling war. Absolutely. 1,000%. And the other day, I'll show you some videos, but Gotcha Man basically took his lunch break in Johnny's hometown and ate at the Dairy Queen. Now, why would he eat at the Dairy Queen? Because they have amazing food. Dairy Queen's a pretty good restaurant. And he went to the Dairy Queen. Now, also, this Dairy Queen is semi-famous because it's the Dairy Queen that Johnny says, I can't even take my old lady out to a nice place like Dairy Queen without the girls that work down there gobbling at me, saying, Johnny Gobble. So he ate at Dairy Queen. Well, on his lunch break at work that he was called to Paintsville to be there. Well, Johnny went and filed a restraining, or well, no, he went to file harassment charges against him. Check this out.
They got it, man. Next time you're in Paintsville, get a hold of him and let me know.
Wait, you can't say that. If he's harassing you, why are you telling him to come to Paintsville and holler at him?
They got it, man. Next time you're in Paintsville, get a hold of him and let me know. Or you can turn yourself in on that warrant you got. Oh, and he ain't the only one. There's more coming. So
more warrant.
Sit and wait. Sit and wait. Sit and wait. I told y'all I was going to hit y'all legally with this shit. Y'all gonna stop fucking with me. Y'all gonna stop fucking with me.
Now, the Gotcha Man has never drove to his house or passed his house or yelled things or talked about his neighbors. He just makes funny videos from this. But
they got it, man.
Let's see if the Gotcha Man is guilty. Let's see what the Gotcha Man done versus what Johnny Gobble's done. So we'll go over to the Gotcha Man's channel and we'll click videos and we'll see what's going on. There's a video called Here We Go. Let's check this out and I'll back it up to the start.
I leave there and I'm like,
here we go.
They got it, man.
What? What, dude? What? It's so creepy the way you start that off.
They got it, man.
Hey, got it, man. Hey, got it, man. Guess what? You're going to jail.
By the way, Gotcha Man has a mixed kid, okay? His wife's white. So he has a mixed kid that he's raising as his own, even though he's obviously not the father. And Johnny has been very overtly racist about that. Like someone in his chat said something the other day, and he's like, oh, yeah, the same way that big black dick went and Gotcha Man's wife. He's big black dick. And then he tried to say that he was saying stuff about it to show how racist other people were. Like he's been very overtly racist about it.
I called the police on you. You're going to jail, got a man. Hey, this is the only dude that's wet brain enough. And first, let me start off by saying this. This is the third day in a row that I've went to work, minded my business, and come home, and somebody sends me a link to a video of this guy again bothering me, dude. If anybody's harassing anybody, you're harassing me, and I don't know why. I mean, I'm not gonna run to the cops like you do. If I was that type of person, you'd have been locked up a long time ago, Bubba. A long time ago. And I still can, man, so I wouldn't push your luck, but I'm just not. I can never go down as that guy who called the police on. I've never, in my 38 years of being on this earth, ever called the police on somebody and tried to have somebody arrested. And I'm not gonna let you break that streak. I don't normally do this in videos, but editor's note, I'm sitting here editing this, and I think it's funny because we're talking about the police and ever calling the police on somebody, and you guys notice in this report that he put here that I somehow intimidated him.
We can back that up. Hold on. It says the affiant Johnny Gobble states that on 6/25/2024 in Johnson County, Kentucky, the above-named defendant unlawfully and continually calls the affiant after being told to have no contact with him. Further, the defendant continues to come to Kentucky and Paintsville specifically to intimidate the affiant. Now, we're going to see if those are true. And surely Johnny wouldn't be doing stuff like this while trying to file charges against other people, would he?
Intimidated him.
I doubt it.
So if I take my lunch break and go to Dairy Queen and get a chicken basket at work, that intimidates you. What else are you scared of? Because that's a pretty scary individual. He got a chicken basket to scare me. But like I said, there's the trespassing on my father's property.
What?
I got to go knock on the door and ask him.
Oh, wait. You drove to Gotcha Man's dad's house and trespassed on his property? That's weird. His dad just passed away recently, too.
A good one. And haven't you been arrested for this before? Sharing a police officer's address? Ooh. I've gotten to be pretty good friends with this sheriff neighbor I've got. And, man, here's a video of you sharing his address on a live stream.
Oh, no.
That's his neighbor, all right.
But you
Oh, no.
You weren't here for him. You were here to harass me. Like you're saying somebody does to you. Hey, Dagmar, do you have...
So the Gotcha Man went to Dairy Queen on his lunch break, made a video about it, didn't mention Johnny, just ordered a chicken basket. He alluded to he may have talked to people off camera, but we don't know that for sure because it's just been a joke. Never showed up at Johnny's house, never went to his house, never outed his neighbors and none of that. But Johnny did that, and he's the one who filed charges. I think Johnny's really fucked up this time. Like, really fucked up. I think he's made false claims about what the Gotcha Man's doing while he was actually the one doing them at the Gotcha Man's residence.
Have any videos of me driving by your house and harassing you? You have any videos of me driving at your parents' house, walking up on the porch on a live stream in HD quality? HD. All you gotta do is add a U to that and you're on HUD, baby. On HUD. No, seriously, do you have any videos like that? You have anything like that? You have any videos of me saying, hey, I'm gonna come piss on your dad's grave. Hey, fuck your dead dad.
And the cop that lives next door, fuck him too. Yeah, fuck him too, yeah.
Hey, you have anything like that?
Uh-oh.
Just curious. Do you have any community post screenshots like this?
No.
Where I shared your address and your parents' address? Any of this illegal stuff that I'm mentioning that you've done to me, do you have any of that?
Oh, no, John.
Of me doing to you?
Oh, no.
It's rhetorical.
You messed
I know you
up.
don't because I've never done anything to you. So this dude, literally, this is how wet brain this guy is. Within the same few hours of filing a false report, which, hey, taxpayers, he's wasting more of your tax dollars. He's going to make this county and this circuit court waste their time on some frivolous bullshit. But they have to investigate. They have to investigate everything that comes through there, and I respect that, and I appreciate that to the fullest. I get it. Every idiot has their voice, right?
You're going to quickly see that this entire thing was only based off Johnny's statement, right? No proof whatsoever. It just says affiant states. And if he went in there and lied to them, it would say affiant states. But, of course, that's a crime.
They're going to waste their time looking into this, only to realize that he is wasting everybody's time. I mean, I've got vacation days to burn, dude. I'll go stand in court and burn you once and for all. And as if the county doesn't already hate you enough, when they find out that you bully people and you treat people like online, and when they so much as just take a lunch break in your town, you file false reports on them?
Oh, no.
Buddy. Oh, man. And not to mention your man points that you lose for this. You're such a tough guy, right? You're Dagmar and Johnny Gobble. Come see me. Come see me. Just like in this video. The video where he's saying that he filed a harassment complaint against me and wants me to stay as far away from him and never contact him. He opens the video by saying, hey, got a man. Next time you're in Paintsville, come see me.
Hey, got a man. Next time you're in Paintsville, get hold of him and let me know.
What? So you're opening your video where you tell all your idiotic fans that you filed a complaint against me for harassment. You opened a video by inviting me over to see you?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Did you forget what your video was going to be about? Did your iPhone 3 take so long to boot up from the time you hit record to the time it started recording that you thought, wait, what was I doing here? Hey, got a man. Next time you're in Paintsville, come see me. I mean, turn yourself in for that warrant for coming and harassing me. Oh, dude, you know what a pussy you look like too? That somebody can't come in your.
All right, let's pause for a second and we'll go look at the video where he went to Dairy Queen. I've watched it. Let's see what it is. Is this it? I think.
Go on.
So this is the harassment of Johnny Gobble.
Let's see. Yeah, 6
well documented.
Damn near 90 degrees. Had to come in here at 6 this morning because I had to host a safety training meeting for my guys.
Yeah, but I mean, under law, they have to take his statement and they have to treat every case the same, even though he's a nut job.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I went ahead and got on at the Southern State Truck Driving Academy. Pretty cool gig, man, actually. I still have to drive a truck twice a week, but I also get to teach people safety. So anyway, man, a lot buzzing, man, and I made a video at 6 o'clock this morning. You know, I was trying to help those girls at Dairy Queen out. Matter of fact, I never did upload it as a short, so I'll just put it right here real quick. Shoo! Sun's coming up, man. All these worker people out here. Where's Johnny at? But this message goes out to those girls at the Dairy Queen. Listen, much like his lawsuit against me, it is very real. This is a very real situation, as this guy's a highly motivated individual, and I know for sure he'll take it to court. If he says he's going to, he will. So I wanted to help you out a little bit because one of the jury's really going to hinge on is whether or not this guy's known as Johnny Gobble and whether or not he's okay with people gobbling at him. And I give you State's Exhibit A.
The people in my town and Wendy's are mean. Every time I walk in there, gobbling at me.
Yeah, that's a video of him dancing to a song where he say, hey, every time I walk in these establishments, they're gobbling at me. He seems to be enjoying himself quite well. Thank me later.
Way from Tennessee.
Yeah, thank me later, ladies. I mean, just present that, your defense in the case.
Is this the one where he went?
I thought
Hold on.
he enjoyed being gobbling at.
This might not be the one where he went to.
And that's what he was known as Johnny Gobble. He was fine with it.
It's not. This is the one where he gave him advice. Let me back up one. It's either this one or the one that's earlier. Let me see.
Just a little advice from the gotcha man.
It's this one right here. This is the harassment of Johnny
This is crazy, y'all. Man can't even put in a hard day's work without having to deal with all these weirdos on their internet and their narratives. All these weirdos and their false narratives and all that. I mean, that's crazy.
Narratives.
I'm gonna go out here. Let me get my favorite recording spot. We're gonna talk about this. Let me get my recording spot and a Misty 100. We're gonna have this conversation, y'all. I'm sick of this.
The narratives. That's Johnny Gobble.
They don't do anything. They haven't helped in 2 years. Anyway, hit the GoFundMe. It's in the link in the description on it. Because they don't do anything. They haven't helped in 2 years. Anyway, hit the GoFundMe. It's in the link in the description. Out there too. But
let me get a Misty 100.
Again, I'm getting blamed, right? This guy supposedly changed his phone number. Why'd you do that, dude? I told you over and over. I'm not calling you. I didn't do anything to you. I seen that there was going to be some outages, cellular outages in your area. That's what trolling is, dude. And then, you know, I watched your live when it cut out. I took credit for it, just trolling you, man. But
so Johnny's live stream kept cutting out on his phone. He doesn't have Wi-Fi, and apparently people were calling it, and it was cutting out. And Gotcha Man made a post that said, I shut down Johnny's internet, which obviously isn't true, but there you go.
Here you went and changed your phone number. But here we are, day two in a row, that you're like, oh, man, this guy invite me out to eat or something.
If you want in trouble, swing by Ponderosa.
I don't want to go to Ponderosa. You know how many years it's been since I went out to eat at Ponderosa? But anyway, man, here's the clip that he's saying that somebody's in his town or whatever.
Some people saying that somebody was in Paintsville. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not coming out looking for you.
Dude, number one, nobody sent you any message. You watch everything I do. You dig through every little thing about me. Bruh, nobody told you I was in your town. That's number one, right? And he's all scared and gonna call the police, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the cops. Got it. I'm gonna call the cops.
I mean, dude, that's crazy.
Well,
number one, nobody's in your town.
He filed charges.
Nobody's calling you. Nobody's in your town. Nobody's doing all this stuff to you. You're just paranoid, Dagburn. You're paranoid. It's a 5G. Hey, 5G is what's making your phone glitch up. But anyway, he's inviting me to eat, which I think's weird. I don't want to go to eat with you. I don't want to hang out with you, dude. I don't know nothing about you. This whole thing's weird, dude. You're supposed to be on break, right? You're supposed to be on.
I wish I could have got this reaction out of Johnny.
YouTube vacation.
I even interviewed him.
Making.
Try to be nice.
I want to say daily lives, but it's like
that's right, Josh. On who?
Your lives, saying something about something I did or whatever, and he's like. He's like, oh.
That's right, Josh. On Hood. On Hood.
Oh, it's on HUD. Say it with me, Johnny. It's on HUD, bro.
On Hood.
On HUD. Why does he say on HUD? Housing and Urban Development. This says, y'all say we don't pay no rent. Well, that's another lie from y'all. $750 a month we pay for this 2-bedroom apartment. Section 8 only helps with $152. Now y'all can shut your mouths. The man dropped his Section 8 receipt on HUD. Johnny is a walking disaster. He dropped his Section 8 receipt. Dude, if you get Section 8, fine. I don't know that I would be bragging about it. Especially when your wife's the only one that works. Now his fans are saying, now Johnny's been fired from every job he ever had. He was like a trash man for like 2 days. Now his fans are saying that the reason he gets fired is because everybody calls and gets him fired. But nobody, he wasn't even on the internet up until like a year ago. So what about all those previous jobs?
It's on HUD. H-U-D, HUD. English is not this guy's first language. It can't be. Gotcha man's gonna be mad he didn't get a shout out from Ryan. But Uncle Will did, which, I mean, good for Uncle Will if he wants one. Who wants? What are you talking about? God, you honestly believe that I want some sort of, what good would a Ryan Upchurch shout out do for me? Number one, I don't do music. Number two, I don't do country music. Number three, I don't do country rap music. Number four, I don't do music. The f*** would a shout out from a music guy to me? Anyway, dude, this loser hangs on every word Ryan says. Ryan, you can come on tomorrow. Crackhead.
Now let me skip ahead to the harassment. Okay, here we go.
All this. Gainesville in Kentucky. Man, dude. It was all work and no play. There was no part of my workday that had anything to do with Johnny Gobble or his people or Painesville in Kentucky.
No part of his workday had to do with it.
Man, dude. I did take a lunch break though. Oh man, and it was a good one.
I did take a lunch break though.
There and got a chicken basket. All this talk of Dairy Queen lately made me really want it. I've already ordered it. Give me a chicken basket.
So this is the harassing part. He went to Dairy Queen on his lunch break.
What's his name? Changed his number out. I don't understand that. Nobody was calling. Yeah, see, again, I was saying, you didn't have to change your number. I wasn't calling you, dude. Nobody's calling anybody. But anyway, back to DQ. But I don't know. Maybe some other people was, but I wasn't. I got no reason to.
I need someone over here.
I mean, why would I? It's just childish, man. I mean, this guy, like I say, he blames me for everything. I was just having lunch and noticed that the phone was cutting out, and I was like, that's funny, I'm just trolling him. No interest in this dude and what he's doing or when he's doing it.
So again, Johnny's stream kept cutting out because he didn't have good service, and Gotcha Man was in the chat saying, I shut down your internet.
Man, I work for a living, I got a family to feed.
That's the harassment. That and getting a chicken basket.
262. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. Like, it's been a long time since I've been to a restaurant where they give you like these little tabs. Not bad. They even had like a loudspeaker there that would holler. It's nothing like my Dairy Queen. This is like a walk back in time, dude. Not bad. You know, whenever they put down baskets of chicken, it takes a minute, I guess. Say 262?
Working on Davis, 262.
Yes, ma'am.
818. Need a receipt on that?
No, I don't.
All right.
Out of respect, I didn't film. My condolences for having a gobbler. My condolences for having a gobbler in their town. So he alludes to the fact that he talked to him about Johnny, but we don't see that. There's no proof of that. It's just this image.
But yeah, like I said right there, respect for those workers. I'm not gonna shove a camera in their face and give my condolences of like, hey man, I'm so sorry that in your hometown you have to deal with somebody like Johnny Gobble.
Their hometown, to be specific. Damn, I can't speak.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Yeah. In your hometown, to be specific. And they appreciate it. They're like, yeah, no need to apologize. We understand. And actually, the young girls around here dealt with it. And like I told them, we've got something for them for that, man.
By the way, Johnny said he was going to sue these people at Dairy Queen.
And congratulations.
For gobbling at it.
Some nice folks down here, man. I don't know why people would come and scream and argue with them. Man, what an asshole. Dag on. Look how Painesville
Johnny also got an argument there.
I could make 5 chicken sandwiches out of that. Or at least 4. Matter of fact, I got 2 pieces of bread right here. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah, that's how they do it. Down the barn, it really did burn down. Maybe they seen my video of bringing it.
So he was driving out of Painesville.
Here and they thought the only way to get that stank off of here is just to burn it down. Yeah, did you see that? It 100% confirmed it did indeed burn down, which is sad, really. And a lot of us was wondering. I got a lot of comments about this, and this will put this rumor to bed once and for all. let's go ahead and put this question to bed right now, too. I know a lot of folks online were saying, is that really a bank right there? That's just disguised as a Hardee's? And the reason people are saying that is because thousands and thousands of dollars were spent and funneled through there. Just earlier this year. I'm here to tell you, folks, it's really just a Hardee's. Yeah.
Really
Even
just
though
a
that
Hardee's.
many thousands of dollars was ran through there since bank or something, but
His
victims
tax returns come back.
That's
all right, so that was the harassment. So let's go back to the video where he's explaining it.
down to get a chicken basket without you saying somebody's trying to intimidate you? Are you that scared? I didn't know.
There's no way this will hold up. This has got to be a false report.
I mean,
and by the way, by Johnny's own admission, the people that were calling him anonymously and not saying anything. So you can't prove that that's got you, man.
I've been working on shoulders lately, but I don't. You know what? What's the charge? Hey, dude, listen. If you would listen, I've been trying to tell you, dude. I've told you the time that I came and got you to believe that there were signs put up. I told you the time that I stopped into Auto Brokers of Painesville and done nothing more than got an inventory sheet of what cars they had available. And then, no difference, yesterday, I was working. My work brings me to travel. I've said this to you, but you just refuse to listen.
So one time he was in town and kind of alluded to that he put pictures of him up all over town, which wasn't true, but Johnny thought it was true. Then another time after Johnny bought his car and it was this big fiasco, he overpaid for it and shit. Gotcha Man went to the same car dealership and got an inventory sheet. Nothing illegal about that. And then this time he went and got a fucking chicken basket.
I travel for a living. And
Johnny has no case whatsoever.
Funny enough, yesterday was one of the first times that I didn't realize where I was going and the proximity. Literally did put
Johnny's had the court system used against him so much, he just thinks that anybody can say anything and they just win.
I had an appointment. I think,
but he's always been in the wrong.
I think it was like Little Paint something. But anyway, I was like, that's probably no relation or whatever. I didn't think much of it. I just put it in the GPS, and you know, I'm busy, man. I'm work. And I'm in a company vehicle, which is GPS tracked, which will show where I was going, why I was going, how I was going, all that. Dude, it shows all that. It shows the customer's house I was going to.
Damn
what time I arrived, what time I left. Customer signs off on what I was there for. Man, this is gonna be so bad for you, dude. So bad. But anyway, I'm going down this country curvy road, and it says entering Johnson County, and I thought, dude, no way am I entering this idiot's county. Had no idea that I was even in that area. And I think it was 215 or 315. I don't know the roads that well down there, but it was like 215 to 23. And I'm already thinking like, well, Johnson County, that's the same county, but hopefully I'm not anywhere near, because I personally don't want to be anywhere near this freaking idiot, right? But it brings me up to 23, and I turn, and I go up 23 a little bit, and I look over to my left, and there's Auto Brokers of Painesville, and I'm like, daggone it. And I text my wife, and I'm like, you're not going to believe this. My appointment today has me in Painesville, Kentucky. And, LOL, whatever. You'll get to read it. If you're dumb enough to push this case, it'll be all in the discovery packet. And,
oh, no.
Well.
Oh, no.
They arrest you for filing such a frivolous thing. But, anyway, it'll be in there. So, yeah, I text my wife, and I'm like, man, I'm in freaking Painesville for work today. And she's like, oh, Lord, LOL. And so I do my appointment.
Have you seen those T-shirts before?
I leave there.
I'm thinking about making the Jervis Loves You T-shirts.
And I'm like, I want lunch.
I got the art already.
Dairy Queen, 100%. So I go to Dairy Queen, I get a chicken basket, and I record it, and I'm like, man, this chicken basket's pretty good, and I go home. Clock out. Whole nother day. And then I see this crybaby literally saying that I've called him and it changed his number, and oh my God, dude. So let me get this straight. So you walked into a police department, an actual police department, where if you walk in there and file or request or do anything that's illegal, unlawful, unwarranted, you're held accountable. So let me get this straight. So you walked into a police department and said, hey, there's a guy named Gottaman, aka James Horner, that keeps calling me. And then did you pick your phone up and go, look, see, here it is. Unknown caller, unknown caller, unknown caller. See? I'm pretty sure that's him. And then you followed that up by saying, look, here's a video of him. He was at Painesville Dairy Queen having a lunch break. Haven't you arrested him yet? What? Hey. And then to tell me about it, you make a video saying, hey, gotcha, man, come see me. Come down here and visit me. Dude, hey, what's the charges, huh? A chicken basket in the 3rd degree, huh?
Chicken basket in the 3rd degree.
Hey, but do you see the size of those chicken patties? That made it aggravated. Aggravated. It stepped it up a notch. That's aggravated chicken basket in the 3rd degree. The fact that I said no gravy was tampering with evidence.
He really fell.
Dude. Dude, you're an idiot, dude. Oh, man.
No gravies tampering with evidence.
Listen, I feel sorry. Whew, I'm dizzy. Dude, I feel so sorry for your local law enforcement, man. Hey, hats off to them, man. I'm not gonna take mine off because I'm bald, and he'll attack me for that. But, wow, dude. Wow. Man, what a stain on your reputation. What a stain. Like I said, I've tried to give you every out in the world, but you just won't take it. Anyway, good luck, man. What was you saying? Go outside of YouTube? You and your buddy PBR? Man, it sucks that he went after your child support officer.
Ooh. Sucks that he went after your child support officer. Uh-oh. Was that alluding to a new video? Oh, no. So that's the harassment of Johnny Gobbler. Okay. Now, the next topic I want to cover is pretty intense. Okay? I saved it for the end. I do not, in any way, shape, or form, condone the actions that were taken by the next person. It's like a serious video, okay? But it shouldn't happen. It's not good. It's horrible. It's not how you should resolve these things. But the IG report came up on these police activities, and it wanted to make sure that there was no way that anybody else could have any fault with this attack. And I just don't think that's true. You're about to see it. Someone brought this to my attention, and I had seen a clip of it. They showed me a clip, and I went and found the full video. It's not great. It's a cop video, but it's a bad one. Again, this isn't how you should handle your problems. I think everybody knows that, and I'm not condoning that. But damn, sometimes you're fucking with crazy people. And when you're fucking with crazy people, your actions, the things you say and the things you do have consequences with these crazy people. Okay? So let's back this up to the start of it. And check this out. 2 officers ended up dying in this. On October 12th, 2022, 35-year-old Nicholas Butcher and his brother Nathan went to the local bar Bleachers around 7:30 p.m. Butcher was planning to perform stand-up comedy at the bar's open mic night. But while sitting at the bar, Nicholas Butcher got into a fight with another patron. The altercation began when the other patron put his arm around Butcher. Oh, Butcher. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Butcher. Who reacted by elbowing the man in the face. The fight then spewed outside into the parking lot. And you can see all this. See this guy right here? See his arm is on the guy in the chair? The guy in the chair is the guy we're talking about, Nicholas Butcher. And you can see him put his arm, pat on his back. There's also a couple times he sticks his finger in his face. I don't think it's just as friendly as him placing his arm in his back because he's like this a couple times. But still, this is where the fight starts. So we see that he's going with that finger. He's pointing in his face. I think he even may hit his hat right here. I've watched this a couple times. It looks like he goes to brushes his hat like that. Hits his head. He gets an elbow. There's the finger. There's the hat, little swing kind of. There's the elbow and the fist. So then the guy says, "What the fuck's up? What's that? You want to take this outside?" And here we go. Never to miss out on a good time. He says, "Hell yeah, let's take it outside." This is where our video starts. So not a good night for these guys to begin with. The bartender's already yelling, "No, wait. People are running outside with them." It doesn't make it quite outside. It gets to this, you can see the first guy, as soon as he goes out through the first door, there's like an entranceway there with another set of doors. As soon as the first guy gets to the door, he turns around. I don't know if it's to say something or to swing, but it doesn't make it all the way outside. So in that top right corner, the lead guy right here, he turns around. This is where the fight starts. They start swinging. It seems like our guy, Butcher, swings first, but the other guy turned around to face him first. There's a little fight. They're trying to break it up. There's already a third guy there trying to break it up. Shirt comes off, and it does make it outside. Now, this is a shitty angle. We got this big-ass spider web or something going on here. Oh, spider web. That reminds me of something. Before we get too deep into this, check this out. I'll forget it if I don't show it now. You guys know I got ADHD. Someone shared a post called the Alabama Avengers. And it reminded me because one of them's called the Brown Recluse instead of Black Widow. Where did I post? I posted that in the mod chat, didn't I? Look at this. Hold on. We'll go through this quick because we got to get through this video, and I want to see what you guys' takes on it. The Iron Tide. Roll Tide. He's in a set of cut-off jeans. Thornelius. Thornelius. Got it? General America. These are all AI generated, I'm pretty sure. General America. Got it? Bama Gamma, baby. That is Bama Gamma. They're all in cut-off blue jeans. Someone says instead of Alabama, someone said, it's not that you wouldn't like him when he's angry. You just wouldn't like him. Bama Gamma. Good shot. Sorry. Good shot. And the Brown Recluse. She's a little dirty. She's in a relationship with her dad, and she's a little dirty. But other than that, I mean, not bad. All right, back to our video. Now, I do want you to pay attention to this video. I know I keep ADHD and everything out. I do want you to pay attention to this video, though, because I want your opinion on it. So it looks like, this almost looks like a manager type. He comes out in slacks and a polo shirt trying to stop a fight. They're holding one guy back, holding the other guy back. Then they get back together a couple times. There's a few times both of them are trying to get at each other, though. I don't think there's one person at fault in the parking lot area. They both try to get out after each other. Tuscaloosa. So you can see he gets a hold of him right there. Okay. What the fuck? I guess because the warning didn't pick up. Anyways. He gets a hold of him a couple times here in the parking lot. And they go after each other. We're going to have audio in a minute. Sorry, this is just the silent part from the security cams. So what happens is that little block of text I didn't read was the cops show up because they're called for this fight. When they get to the fight, people are pointing at this white pickup truck that's now leaving and saying that he was involved in the fight and he's drunk. So the cops pull it over to see about this, to ask about the fight, but also they're both drunk in the truck and one of them has to be driving. One of the drunk people have to be driving. So the cops pursue that. Other cops stay and deal with the other guy who was also involved in the fight. The guy says he doesn't want to press charges because they looked at the security camera. They blamed our runaway guy, Butcher, as starting the fight. But the guy said he didn't want to press charges. It was just a fight between both of them, whatever. But still, they have to pursue this guy because he was involved. And probably a DUI. So we get this. And you saw them turn, so the cops turning.
Went on a white truck.
It's that white truck with like a service body on it, like drawers and shit. I have have not seen a Jarro spider, but I don't know that I could tell a Jarro spider from a golden silk spider. Because we have a bunch of golden silk spiders, and I just saw a bunch of them between mine and Mariah's car the other day. Built a big-ass, like, hammock-looking web. Golden silk orb or whatever they are.
Be Connecticut combination Charlie 175084.
All right, so they're pulling them over, and they know that they've already been involved in an altercation. At least one of the occupants has, and they know that both occupants are probably drunk because that's what they were told.
So a white work body truck, the Bay Area.
There is some of this cut out. So here we go. Puts the spotlight on them to approach them. Standard procedure so far. They hit that mirror. I don't know if you ever noticed this when a cop pulls you over, but they hit that mirror with their spotlight on purpose a lot of times to blind you so you can't see them coming. It pisses me off. I can't see goddamn thing with just the flashing lights. But it's a spotlight. Officer approaches from the side. Other officers are en route. And there's the other officer arriving. So second officer's arriving on the passenger side here. All right, so we skipped some here, right? Obviously, the passenger door is already open. I think the driver's out of the car. He would be like straight ahead of us, but we can't see him talking to an officer, or the officer gets him out in a second. But we skipped a little part here, obviously.
He tells me to come get him. This is what I get. Where's Officer Hamzy tonight?
So we hear, he tells me to come get him. This is what I get. So his brother got in a fight. He had to come pick him up. They're both drunk. He had to go get the truck, come pick him up because he got kicked out of the bar. He says, this is what I get for it. He asked specifically for a certain officer, Officer Hamzy.
He's not working over here tonight. I think he's off. Hit him up. Tell him Nick and Nate said hi.
He requests a specific officer, Officer Hamzy, and says, tell him Nick says hi. We don't know if that's like a positive or like a passive aggressive thing or what. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
I could outrun this one if I feel like
Officer Hamzy will come back up in a second.
Yeah, Nick, stop. I'll be ghost. He thinks he's like Hollywood. He wouldn't want to.
He said he thinks he's like Hollywood. I'm assuming he's talking about the Hamzy guy still.
Not this shit. You would not. We need it out. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about. Well, that's just funny. We just talk about funny stuff like that. We're comedy. Busted.
So he says, will you mind stepping out? Now, that's the brother. That's the driver. We're not as interested in the driver as we are in this passenger right here. You'll be able to tell them apart because this passenger's huge. The guy we're interested in is huge. And his little brother's little brother.
Hang tight in the truck. No, I'm going to talk to him.
So they tell him to get in the truck, and they don't get control of this situation early. This is poor policing on their part. They let this guy walk right up to him and start interacting with other officers.
The cop, my brother.
No, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Sit back in the truck. I'm going to talk with my brother and yourself.
You're not listening, and you're making the situation much worse.
So this cop tries. I think the body cam we're on, he repeatedly talks about the body cam that we're looking through. The guy's 22 years old, young. I don't know. He probably should have addressed that more aggressively from the get-go and made sure he either stayed in the truck or was handcuffed already. But this cop steps forward and says, no, we're talking to your brother. You need to stay in the truck. You're making this worse than it already is.
You can stand right here. You're going to stay right here.
I do.
If you move, you are going to be placed under arrest for interfering with an investigation, okay? Stay right here.
100%.
No, he's fine.
Chill out, Nick. They let fucking 5'7" motherfuckers be cops. Mr. McKenzie.
So he takes a shot at this guy and says they let these 5'7" motherfuckers be cops, and then calls him by his last name.
Mr. McKenzie K9.
And you can see brother right there. Hold on, let me back up.
Stay right here.
100%.
No, he's fine.
Chill out, Nick.
He's taking the brother up here, right, in a way, to to the front of the vehicle, talk to him separately, and he takes a swap at this guy.
They let fucking 5'7" motherfuckers be cops. Mr. McKenzie, K9 unit.
They let large pieces of what do you do?
Don't worry about what the fuck I do.
Liner film.
So here's where the problems start. As a cop, sometimes you just have to let people talk shit to you. Okay? The guy says they let a 5'7", whatever, be a fucking cop, and he said, they let a big piece of shit. What do you do for a living? Not that any cop deserved what's about to happen, or anybody deserves what's about to happen, but should you be escalating the situation? Sometimes you just got to be the guy that takes the cussing, right? You shouldn't be escalating the situation. Don't engage. If don't engage at all. Right? Pretend like you don't fucking hear him unless it's something that actually pertains to the stop, or you need to say something to him for his safety, your safety, whatever. But as far as engaging with back and forth, really?
I make a fuck ton more money than you do, baby boy.
Look at you, fucking mess.
Yeah, okay.
People are proud of you.
Yeah,
proud.
So, first of all, the camera's kind of fucked up here. We got on the left-hand side, we got half dash cam, and on the right-hand side, we have half body cam. So it's kind of fucked up. I know it looks like it's been spliced together, and it has, but we're still getting the right picture. Now, this is very important. He says to this guy that's already agitated and is being a dickhead for sure, but you just can't engage with it. I bet people are proud of you. And this is going to come back up.
Don't worry about what the fuck I do.
Liner filler.
I make a fuck ton more money than you do, baby boy.
Look at you, fucking mess.
Yeah, okay.
People are proud of you.
Look at you, you fucking mess. People are proud of you. That's going to come back up.
Yeah,
proud of you.
No, my parents
gotta get your little baby.
Right, vent to your buddies. You know, we see that a lot of times on body cams, talk shit afterwards, whatever. That's what you got to do. See a goddamn therapist, something, but not here.
Brother all jammed up, driving without a license.
He is jammed up.
So he says, you got your brother jammed up, which, like, in a bind, right? He's over here driving without a license. Now, the reason I think that cop took the brother to the front, I think they cut him a deal here, honestly, which is really fucked up when you see what else happens. He got charged with driving without a license or on a suspended license instead of a fucking DUI.
What's his problem?
No, he said you got him all jammed up, coming to get you.
Got him.
He's not.
Is he jammed up? Are you're telling me that he's jammed up?
No, he's jammed up. Yup.
Jammed up? Okay. Then that's his shit.
But you did it to him.
Okay, I'll fucking walk home, dude.
How does that help him?
It's not gonna make your short ass dick any longer, bro.
Why are you talking about my dick,
dude? Because you are nothing. You're nothing.
You're enough. I vape.
Can I tell him we're good? Yeah, Tommy good in the truck today. Everything's fucking great.
With the truck.
Yeah.
You can tell how drunk he is, right? Even with the staggering or whatever.
Because you are nothing.
You're enough.
Yes, the cop's provoking him, and it's about to get worse.
Good. Can I tell him we're good? Yeah, Tommy good in the truck today. Everything's fucking great.
See that walk? He's drunk for sure.
It's getting towed.
I'm obviously.
So the truck's getting towed. He just said everything's fucking good. The truck's getting towed. Now the brother, for about probably 60% of this, tries to stop it, but he's also drunk. So the other 40%, he's also agitating it.
You're not driving.
You're a great house.
Yeah, I'm sober.
Yeah, because I got a job that makes money now.
He says, I'm sober. I think the cop honestly cut him a deal here. A big deal, which is really sad when you see the outcome.
A fucking police officer. Go fucking lick your dog. Go lick your dog's fucking...
Get back here. No, yeah, see him alone. Look at that.
So obviously he escalates it again. The guy starts talking about this officer's K9 unit. The guy starts talking about this officer's K9 unit. He says, go lick your dog's fucking pussy or dick or whatever. And he does get close to the officer, and then the officer decides to shove him.
That makes money, not a fucking police officer. Go fucking lick your dog. Go lick your dog's fucking...
The cop definitely makes contact first here. Does he get in his personal space? For sure. But the cop, you can see right here in the frame by frame, the cop makes first contact. Now, the cop does try to defuse the situation here in just a second, but shit talking him multiple times. I understand the other guy's a fucking prick, a pain in the ass, a piece of shit with what he does ultimately and what he's currently doing. But the cop is there escalating. Why are we not ignoring or trying to diffuse? He's escalating the situation.
Get fucking get back in your truck.
No, yeah,
See him alone.
Get back in your truck. See? No, look what you did.
Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it.
He's like,
oh, there's 2 of them that went off. I thought I saw 2 of them. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So he pushes him down, and then he lays there for a minute and then jumps up quickly. And he says, oh, look, he's a fucking ninja. And then goes, tries to defuse the situation. He does try to defuse it right here.
he's like a ninja. He is. He's like a ninja.
Nah, fuck you, dude.
Passenger seat.
Dude,
You're shot, bro. I love it. You're a good guy.
I'm sorry. No, I did have a good night. Yo, I really want to hurt you right now. So back up. Man. Oh my God.
So he laughs. The guy's drunk out of his mind. And he's laughing at first. He's like, oh, dude, we're good. We're good. And then he says, I really want to hurt you right now. So back up.
Tell him to get in the passenger seat, buddy. Tell him to get in the passenger seat, please.
So now he's back to agitating, right? He's doing a little wave like this. Oh, like he's scared, right?
He doesn't listen to me.
800 yards, 800 yards.
Now he says, I'll shoot you from I won't shoot you from 800 yards, motherfucker. Like, I won't shoot you from 800 yards, motherfucker. And then the cop responds, ooh, 800 yards. Again, agitating. All this. Escalating the situation.
800 yards. Stop. Yeah. Passenger seat. Please.
No, we're not going anywhere.
Let's wait in our car.
They are lying.
So we can't sit right here?
So the brother's trying to get him to sit in the truck. Even though he knows the truck's being towed, he's just trying to get him to sit somewhere away from the cops. It's not going to work, but they're trying.
In the truck. Get in the truck. Can we sit in the truck? Sit in the truck.
The car is going to get towed.
No shit. But let's
sit. And we are going to walk away.
Can we sit in it?
No, I'm not sitting.
Nick, he said.
So the cop says absolutely. And he says, no, I'm not sitting in it.
We could.
Then you.
That's fucked. Because I get ruined out of this shit. You're
not getting ruined. Nathan,
because of
nobody's
me.
Gonna do anything.
Like, I wouldn't pick them up. Nick, look at how many fucking goalposts you got here.
Enough of them here.
And chill the fuck out.
Sit.
Nobody's
gonna do anything.
Like, I wouldn't pick them up. Nick, look at how many fucking goalposts you got here.
Enough of them here.
Again, he makes almost like a call to violence, saying there's not enough of them here to do anything to him.
Chill the fuck out.
Sit.
Knock me out.
In the car.
Look at
the guy's a piece of shit. I understand it's got to be very hard to hold your tongue around him. But that's just what you got to do as a cop sometimes.
He knocked me out once. Let's see you do it again. Right now. Nick, if you want to
So they're potentially getting violent between each other.
get through the cops, you got to hit me one
The
more
cops just let it happen.
Leave me alone. I'm not assaulting
Get in the car. Get in.
Now, when this guy first went to get out of the car and the guy says, hey, you can't get out of the car, if he would have been placed in cuffs and sat down and left the fuck alone, he might have fell asleep. Who knows? But it wasn't handled in that way. A big mess.
Can you put him in cuffs?
No, you can't put me in
Set
cuffs.
him right here.
I've done nothing to be put in cuffs.
No, you can't put him in cuffs. He's done nothing to be put in cuffs.
I can get picked up by my parents right now.
If you can't take a cussing from some people, I'm just telling you, like, some people are going to handle it different. I understand you shouldn't have to, but especially when they're drunk, it's part of it. You're going to have to, even if it does suck.
Oh, don't thank me.
So the cops are waiting on the tow truck. I know it seems like maybe they're staying here to antagonize him. I don't believe so, even with multiple officers there. I think one leaves, but the rest of them stay, 3 or 4 stay. Because of the way he's already been kind of semi-aggressive, the way he's been talking already, the shove that already happened, I think all the cops stay on scene until the tow truck comes. That's a good plan. But don't antagonize him.
You crack me up. Yeah, boy.
I would love to be fucking 5'6". Jesus Christ, it'd be so sweet to be 5'6".
Call for a ride yet, bro? What? Call for a ride yet? I'm working on it.
He did. He did.
I'm talking to get
Shut your
They asked him if he called for a ride yet.
fucking mouth. You're the fucking fourth guy in the rack.
Shut up. Honestly.
You're not, you guys aren't going to do
all that body
anything.
cams on is funny.
You guys aren't going to do
like that,
anything. So check your ass back to fifth in the rack and sit your fucking ass in your car and do nothing.
Go back home.
And do nothing.
Leave us alone.
So see, sometimes the brother's defending and helping the situation. Sometimes he's making it worse for worse, but he's drunk too.
Cops are coming. Cops are here.
Goodbye.
That's what I meant. Cops are here. No,
I'm not
trying to be scared. Yo, we're not scared of you. That's a fact. But you guys are being fucking actually aggressive, and it's annoying.
Don't be aggressive to me.
Please, we're trying to get this figured out.
That little push.
Stupid fight that happened
to
nothing.
I'm so.
Again, he comes back to the push again and even mentions it again. So he hasn't forgotten it.
Bring us home.
I have a dog that I.
How about you guys be cool cops?
I lick my dog's cunt. I lick my dog's cunt every night at home. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up.
See, he thinks
I didn't drive. I'm in no trouble.
I'm fine.
No trouble. Everybody, every single one of these cocksuckers can get on their knees.
They need to go
and suck on my dick.
They're sitting here like they're important, but they need to go.
Nah, he's not important. He's like fucking.
He might be.
He's 22 years old. He's 22 years old.
So the cop tells him, you guys can walk away at any time. We're waiting on the tow truck. You guys are free to go. You can walk away at any time. Now they don't, and they end up getting disorderly. But
Nick,
bye. Well, you gotta hang on 1 second. You gotta get your ticket.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take
he
it.
does tell him, hang on 1 second. I gotta give you this ticket.
What is it? 76 bucks? 80? Not even that. 90? There you go.
Gives him his ID back.
Then are we gonna get followed? Yeah, we is. Fucking 22-year-old, you ready, baby?
You dropped some of your money.
I don't care about my money. 22 years old, man. Fuck. And Jim. Ace Ventura Pet Detective. First one? The first one.
I know.
So she kind of makes like almost like an attempt to pacify or whatever. He makes a joke and she says, Ace Ventura Pet Detective. You know, this female here.
Like each other, but he has
Finkel is Einhorn, Einhorn is Finkel. So get your fucking cock-having bitch ass away, too. You should just leave like the last guy did, but he was smart. Because we are going to get into it after Nate leaves.
So he legitimately says, after Nate leaves, his brother, we are going to get into it. We're going to fight. He counts them. He even counts the female officer.
Nicholas.
It's so unfair to you guys. Yeah, it's so fucking unfair.
Does he say nickel ass just to make a joke about his name?
Nicholas. Call him Nicholas.
Oh, that might be him. That might be the brother's son.
It's so unfair to you guys. Yeah, it's so fucking unfair.
Please back away. I'm trying to call for my ride home, and this is making it very awkward for me to call to my house.
Yo, call mom.
No, mom would not appreciate having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Man.
I think 5 cop cars here. Like, that's seriously nuts.
They're gonna have to let a dog out because they're such pussies.
I can call my friend who has cop
this dude's 6 foot. This dude's 5'6". So he can get the dog.
So that cop steps away.
Fucking tow truck. Where is the tow truck?
Comes back.
I'm not getting charged with anything because I've committed no crimes, sir. College. You are fucking 23.
Let me show one of you guys who arrested me and fucking everyone else go. Fight crime tonight. There's a lot of shit going on.
Crime to fight. It's Bristol, Connecticut. These guys are fucking.
I said they cut him a break, obviously.
My dad didn't even answer because
is somebody gonna press charges? No. Yeah, no, they're not. So I'm not in any trouble.
You're in zero trouble.
Yeah, no shit.
You're free to leave, he said.
He says you're in zero trouble. He says, somebody going to press charges? No, I'm not in trouble. You're in zero trouble. You're free to leave.
I am not driving anywhere. No.
No one's driving.
I'm not a fucking idiot.
You gotta walk home, he said.
I picked him up in his truck. Your truck's getting in trouble. It work.
Are you gonna follow me, baby boy?
Never. I'm scared of you.
Yeah, you should be. I'm gonna bend you over and fuck you like your dog does.
So he says, are you gonna follow me home? He says, no, I'm scared of you. He says, you should be. He says, I am. He says, well, I'm gonna bend you over and fuck you like your dog does. Now that's he's been doing that passive aggressively, the I'm scared of you part.
Fucking faggot. You're so, you want to get at me.
This is the cop that shoved him that we're on the body cam right now.
Come on. Come on.
Are you able to speak to Jameson Clark?
Yo,
I can't anymore.
hey, buddy boy. Hey. Listen, I'm not. What's his name?
Last name's McGrain.
Hey, McGrain.
Yes,
Nick.
Officer McGrain is the one that shoved him.
How loud do I have to get for you to get at me?
Mom.
I'm scared of you. Why would I ever want to fight a mountain of a man?
So he's even there trying to entice a fight, right? How loud do I have to get for you to grab me?
You should be. You should be.
No, he shouldn't. No, he's an officer of the law.
But you are strapped every once in a while, too. So who gives a fuck?
What's the difference between now and every other time?
No.
Am I?
No, he's not. He's not. He went to his drinking and he ain't strapped, okay?
So then he alludes to the fact that he may be carrying a firearm. The guy says, you're strapped, everyone. And he's like, what's the difference between now and every other time? Am I? Well, you can't. Almost every state, even if you're legally can carry a firearm, you can't while you're consuming alcohol.
I don't drink anymore. She's talking to my mom.
Mom's on the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So this female officer even calls their mom, and because they couldn't get the message over to her, and mom's on the way to pick them up.
Mom's on the way. Mom's coming. Not dad.
What's that red rocket cock taste? Come on. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. Tell me, brother.
So again, brother's amping it up now, even though he was trying to settle it down. And the guy's like, how's that red rocket? Talking about the K9 unit again.
Brother, you gotta tell me.
I love it.
Like, is it sweet? Like, you want
So right here, I thought we were going to get a shove again. He doesn't. But the damage is kind of already done.
I'm not gonna kiss you.
Why are you so cold?
He even says, are you going to kiss me? Well, you want to kiss me? He said, I'm not going to kiss you. And he's like, you look how you want to. Again, antagonizing this again and again. If you don't want him that close to you, fine. Say something assertive, make him step back. If he doesn't, arrest him, whatever you're doing. But, yeah. Don't antagonize him.
My ticket?
I'm just standing. So close. I'm standing, brother. So close. What is it, fucking COVID rule still? We can't talk? Officer McGuire?
You make me so nervous. I'm so scared.
You are nervous, right? No, yeah.
The fear pumping through me right now because of you is unreal.
I know it's...
Officer, the fear pumping through me right now because of you is unreal.
I know it's...
Officer T, could you move him? I'm fearing for my life right now. Get back.
So he talks to the guy that's already been pointed out as being the young guy, the 22-year-old. Says, hey, can you move him? Because I'm fearing for my life right now. Now, this is not a thing that a cop would say, but he says it, and then the guy tries to come and tells him to get back.
He's 23 years old,
Just wants to be arrested for interfering, I think, at this point. Get back.
He's 23 years old,
Just wants to be arrested for interfering, I think, at this point.
So he says you could be arrested for interfering at this point. They're all kind of making a joke out of it. Like, haha, look at the drunk guy. We're all going to talk shit to him. He's talking shit to us and think, nothing will happen from it.
Where I gotta go?
Stand by your truck.
You know what shit's happening right there?
Right by where you were sitting before.
CC Field. You got a hyphen? You got a hyphen in your name? You fucking
So they tell him to stand by his truck. He makes fun of his name, whatever. Brother's out in the middle of the road screaming shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
You are in the wrong profession.
Now they're just screaming at the cops, get the fuck out of here. You're in the wrong profession. You shouldn't be terrified of me, blah, blah, blah. Cops aren't helping any.
Catch another fucking case
just
over
a
there.
simple white boy. Like,
don't fuck
go
around.
over to Davis Drive. They will bend you over and fuck your ass until you come out your eyes.
So he makes like this semi-racist, I guess. I looked up this part, and it is kind of like the rundown part of town. He says, I'm a simple white boy. Go over to Davis Avenue, and they will fuck your ass until it comes out your eyes or some shit. So that's kind of like the black guys will fuck you if you go over there. I'm a white guy. Leave me alone.
You fucking faggot.
He has pepper spray. They will not
he's
do
not
that.
gonna fucking pepper spray me. I've done nothing to deserve it.
It's just gonna get him.
What, words? Words hurt people now? Oh my God, words!
I like trying to do words, yo. Fucking homo. Are we gonna get arrested for words for disorderly conduct?
No, if I was arrested for words, I'd be arrested by the fucking 5'6" guy that sucks
what can you get? Interrupting the peace?
Every night when he goes home. Like
You guys are the ones interrupting the motherfucking peace. I'll tell you that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You guys were
5, 6. Get the fuck.
Too.
Oh wait, 5.
Nathan.
Yeah, this is way, 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 way out of control.
Or the back seat. Back seat.
Take this back.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. No, I know what's going on. Nick, back seat. Back seat.
You're a man too, right?
I gotta take it. Nick, this is it. This is it. They're towing your truck. They're towing.
Go with your mother.
They're towing your truck. We're good. We're good.
I need.
So he doesn't want to go. He's telling him go with your mother. He's trying to stay back and fight the cops, basically.
Nick, you don't need to go in cuffs. We're not gonna let you walk on. You don't need to go in cuffs. Please.
This cop stays pretty calm, pretty cool. You don't need to walk home. You're going home with her. We don't want to let you walk home. Just go home with her. Because he says, I need to walk home because he heard him say it earlier and he's drunk.
I'd rather Nick, let's let her name in the truck. Let's leave him alone.
Even the mom's fucked up, saying, what are their names? What are their badges?
Make this decision like a backseat. He's a tow truck driver, bro. Relax.
So he freaks out when someone pulls up to his truck and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, it's the tow truck driver, relax. But you can tell he's kind of on edge there.
Make that decision. Shut your fucking mouth. I don't give a fuck. You think I have to do with this?
Get in your car.
So he starts telling the cops to get in their car and leave.
Get in the fucking car, mother. Listen, I love you. Like that, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's talking about his mom right now.
Don't fucking tell me how to talk to my fucking mother.
So one of them says, don't talk to your mom like that. It's disrespectful.
Just go. I'm gonna give you a ride. Hey, buddy, I'm walking home. Can you let me do that? Come on.
It's not allowed.
He bounces back and forth from because he's drunk, from friendly to ready to fight so many times in this encounter.
Out of a little bit of respect.
I know the rules.
Karen, you haven't shown any respect yet tonight, my man. I don't respect you a single bit. I respect you less than that motherfucker, too. I'm not here for you.
So he asked for, out of respect, can you let me walk home? And he says, you haven't shown me any respect. And he immediately says, I don't fucking respect you.
Respect, bro. I'm here to make sure you're safe. I'm fucking safe. You're gonna make me unsafe? You're the only person who has the authority to make me unsafe. How's that? What the fuck you got on your hip, motherfucker? Mother, I love you. Adios. I'm walking home.
I'll be the second one to fucking
worry about where I live. It's not in this neighborhood. I'm not gonna walk down the street and by car and be on me.
Which is true. I don't think they should let him walk home either. I mean, that's drunk in public. And he's already been on the road and stumbled and fell and
is sidewalks from here to my home, so go fuck yourself.
This one home, I will be right back for this one. No, he's going to jail. Get in the fucking.
So he says, I'm taking this one home, I'll be back. His mom says, I'm taking this one home, I'll be back for the other one. And the brother's screaming, no, he's going to end up in jail. He's going to end up in jail.
They don't have enough people here to take me to jail. I'm going to walk home.
They don't have enough people here to take me to jail. Again. He alludes to fighting them, and the mom drives off.
He's still officially paperwork together. Yeah, so, no shit. Do you mind me? I mean, you want it. Pay tax, bro. Bro, I never said tax shit. Come on, man. I'm not a fucking faggot like that.
So he says, yeah, you can lean on if you want to. It's the taxpayer. She's like, I never said anything about taxes.
I know, it is more mine than yours. You're 100%. Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Great movie.
So he remembers the thing from Ace Ventura.
Places out ticket. How much? $103? For what?
So they get disorderly.
Creating a public disturbance?
I'm sorry, public disturbance.
What public fucking disturbance? Yeah, people come out of the house. That's littering. Let's create a fucking real public disturbance. Okay. You're all saying you're...
So now he's basically challenging them to a fight. So they give him a public disturbance. He says, let's create a real fucking public disturbance. He's challenging them to a fight, and you'll hear, he'll confirm that in a second with what he says next.
Here you go. Take it, you can go. Can we create a real fucking public disturbance? No, that's right. If you want to leave it there, she's never had a fucking black eye. That's fine.
That is a wild thing to say. Let's create a real public disturbance. She's never had a black fucking eye.
You can pay it or plead not guilty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course.
All right. Have a good night. You guys are so fucking good.
All right, so it's all done. Paperwork is done. They're trying to leave. Truck's hooked. Everything.
Where's the 5'6", motherfucker? We better just get it. Go on and stop. Just drive away. There he is.
Hey, have a good night, bud.
Follow me home and make sure
Have a good night. Hey, have fun explaining to your boss where his truck is tomorrow.
Again, antagonize him again, right? Have fun explaining to your boss where his truck is tomorrow. Like, you're fucked. Maybe even setting some off in his head that he really has fucked up now. So here's the other. This is from the tow truck driver. Skytop Motors towed Nicholas Butcher's work truck away from the scene on the traffic stop. The driver of Skytop tow truck had a brief interaction with Butcher that was captured on the tow truck's video recorder. Now, this is another reason they stayed. They shouldn't have been engaging him. I agree. But this is another reason they stayed, because who knows if he's going to try to fight the tow truck driver. Butcher speaks with the driver from the passenger side of the vehicle and states that he needs to pick up the truck from him. The driver tells him that there's a 48-hour hold on the truck. Nicholas Butcher then responds, no, there isn't, and that he would see him in the morning. This is tow truck driver's dash cam. Here he comes. You see him there. He's holding up his hand to stop. This is right after everybody left.
Hey, man.
Or most people left.
This car up from you.
Yeah, there's a 48-hour hold on it.
48.
Yeah.
Now, would it blow your mind if every fucking cop antagonized the situation and the one person who handled the situation correctly was the fucking tow truck driver?
Hey, man. I gotta come pick this car up from you.
Yeah, there's a 48-hour hold on it.
48.
Yeah. Yep.
No, there isn't. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
No.
So he says that 48-hour hold on the vehicle. He says 48-hour hold. And he says, yep. Yeah. You know, and he doesn't say anything for a minute. He says, yeah, again. He says, no, there isn't. I'll see you in the morning. He says, okay. Sounds good. Guy walks away.
No, I'm going to the shop. He's going inside. Phone there's a...
You can hear him and the cop going back and forth again right there. You can't tell what they say, but there's some words exchanged again. Maybe they're friendly. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like they would be, considering all of this has just been antagonizing him. Or most of it's been antagonizing him since the get-go. Not that they deserved any of this or that anything should have happened, or again, I'm not condoning any of this, but they definitely didn't make the situation better, which is what cops should be doing. After being picked up by his mother and returning home from the traffic stop, Butcher immediately began putting on his camouflage, preparing his weapons, and within 30 minutes at 10:32 p.m., he placed a call to 911 to lure officers to his home. Now, the two things I told you to remember was Officer Hamsby, right? Hamsey, and he takes a shot at him, kind of. I think it was a shot at him. I can't prove it, but it seems like, oh, you know, he takes a shot at him, right? He thinks he's in Hollywood or some shit like that, and calls and says, tell him I said hi. And the other thing was, I bet people are proud of you. Those are the two things. There's that 911 calls here.
What's the address of the emergency?
It is 31.
Oh, one more failure on the police department. The guy talks about a change of shift here. A change of shift should always involve some type of handover, right? What are the most current events that could still be issues, right? Because we don't even know if they've made it home. It's only been 30 minutes since this stop ended, Have they even made it home? Was the mom drunk? Did they wreck? Did he jump out of the car and attack somebody? So there should be some type of handoff between one shift to the next. Hey, the last relevant things we did over the last 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever they want to do, is there was a DUI. There's a lot of back and forth. Truck got towed. This guy's supposed to be on his way home. There should be some type of handoff from one shift to the next, because this guy has the 911 dispatcher has no idea of anything that's going on here. He even says it. There's been a change of shift. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
0 Redstone Hill Road. Your officers had an altercation with a man earlier tonight, and I don't know if he's good.
Yeah, I did. Okay, what's the emergency at 310 Redstone Hill Road?
I don't know. It's just not. It's not good.
There's also a lot of red flags in this call. He changed his story. It doesn't seem like there's an actual emergency there, but then there is. It seems weird.
Okay. What's your name?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, what's your last name?
It's Brutcher.
Okay. You called 911.
Now, as soon as that name come up, the last name, and he says there's an altercation earlier, this guy should have at least some basic facts about it. Oh, these guys are pulled over. There was a fight. Seems like they were drunk. They were aggressive. He should at least know that if they'd have been a good handoff, but there wasn't.
What's the emergency at 310 Redstone Hill Road?
I don't know if it's necessarily an emergency, but it really does.
Okay. We did shift change. I have no idea what you're talking about. You called 911. What is the emergency?
I can't even say if it really is an emergency. I just think that this young man needs some talking to.
What young man?
Nathan.
Nathan what?
Same last name.
Okay, where is he?
He's in the home.
He's at your house at 310 Redstone Hill Road?
Yeah, it's not very good. Nothing violent.
Who is he in relation to you?
My brother.
Your brother. Okay. What's going on?
We got into a altercation with patrol officers earlier on in the night, and he's just carrying on about it. So.
Okay. Where was the altercation?
I couldn't tell you the road. It had to do with stuff from bleachers.
You can tell he's heavily intoxicated in the phone call.
Okay. What's he doing right now that prompted you to call 911?
He's just being very, aggressive.
Towards who?
I mean, anybody that he had come in contact with.
Okay. Who else is at the house?
It's just him and myself.
Okay.
Which is also not true, because mom and dad seem to be there, or at least mom.
What are you doing now? I mean, you're saying anybody coming in contact with, you're the only one he's coming in contact with if it's just you, two of you. So what's
I don't want to fight my brother. He's just being very aggressive towards me at the current time, and I don't want to get him in trouble.
Okay. How old is Nathan?
I also I want to say 25.
Any weapons?
No.
That's the only straight answer he gave the whole night was no to no weapons.
Violent at all? Any physical?
I mean, a little bit physical, but...
in what way?
I mean, just like how men get physical with each other when they're all upset and such.
Okay, so he was pushing you. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but can you tell?
No. He's calling to set up the cops, blaming his brother. Nicholas is the big guy. And he's saying that his little brother is being aggressive, but it's all a trap, is what the IG found. That the brother wasn't violent. There wasn't anything going on. This was all to set up a trap. So Nicholas, the big guy, is calling the cops on his little brother.
Was he pushing you around? Did he punch you? Did he tackle you? I mean,
no. I didn't get punched, but yeah, definitely pushed, and like I'm saying, this is coming off of a previous.
Okay, is he intoxicated right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna say, have you been drinking too?
No.
I'm gonna say, have you been drinking too? He knew he'd been drinking.
Okay. All right. Listen, we're going to have an officer come over and see you guys, okay?
I appreciate you.
All right, thanks.
So they tell him, so this is his home, that he knows better. He's set up. He's the defender. Typically, when there's a force assaulting a place, sometimes it's like better than 10-to-1 casualties, right? The people that are holding a position are in much better shape. They know the place. They're dug in. They're prepared. A lot of times they know when you're coming. They're usually in a lot better position than people that are assaulting a place, especially if the people that are assaulting the place don't know they're assaulting the place.
Thank you.
Here, right now.
All right, so here's what happens. You can't, it's blurred over here off screen on the right. On the right is where all of our gunshots are going to come from. So when the cops arrive, they see the little brother. That's him right there, little brother. They see him through the kitchen window when they approach the side door. This is the driveway that we're here, and this is the side door. They see the little brother through the kitchen window, and they demand he comes outside. Now, this all happens really fast. But remember, the shots come from the right, and I'll show you where the shooter was earlier. So they show up, they see him through the side door. They say, hey, we got a call about you, not the big brother. We got a call about you, Nathan. We need you to come outside to us right now. And that's when it breaks loose.
Here, right now.
Now, mom is still there in the house, and you're going to hear her screaming as well. She sees this.
Oh. 23 of them.
Shots fired!
3 cops responded.
Oh.
You can even hear one of the cops on the radio here. Ambulance, ambulance.
Shots fired, shots fired. More cars, send everyone.
Send everyone.
Officer shot.
Now, the female a lot of the female you can hear screaming is the mom. She witnessed this. And what she's currently witnessing is he ambushed 3 cops. 2 of them fell in the driveway. He walks over and stands above them. And you can hear him in the background of this video screaming, "Are you proud of me now?" That tells me that clearly this had to do with a cop that shoved him and that screamed, "Oh, I bet people are fucking proud of you. What do you do?" That cop that antagonized him.
Officer shot.
Receive off shot.
Ah.
Like I said, most of that screaming is the cops are punched through, right? They're not going to have the lung capacity for that. Most of that screaming is the mom screaming, "What are you doing? Oh my God," shit like that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
So he's got a leg wound, but was able to get away. It's an AR-15.
Where's the address? 310, 310, Westbound Road.
So he goes up to each one and when they're on the ground, he goes up to each one and stands over top of them, executes them. He's screaming, "Are you proud? How proud of me are you?" or whatever. "Are you proud of me now?" He goes to insert a second magazine in his AR-15, inserts it in properly and backwards. He is drunk. But he already had a secondary on him as well, a Glock 17, which he pulls out and starts to fire.
Clear early time there, check him out. Crazy. 10 to 14 already gone.
Hell of a shot from this cop coming up right here. A hell of a shot. Did you hear him? How proud. He says, how proud of me are you? How proud. You can hear in the background.
10:30 to 14 already gone.
How proud. You can definitely hear that part. How proud, how proud. He's now screaming. So he was talking, how proud of you are we now? And he's going, how proud, how proud. So this shot right here is probably 30 yards, maybe closer to 40 yards with a mini red dot on a pistol caliber. On a pistol and a pistol caliber. October 12th, 2022, at approximately 10:42 p.m., 3 Bristol police officers, Sergeant Dustin DeMonte, Officer Alex Hamzy. So again, if this had been documented and handed off right, from the very first thing we learned about this guy is that he had an issue with Alex Hamzy. They sent Alex Hamzy. I told you to remember his name. The very first thing we learned about this guy is he has an issue with Hamzy, and that's one of the responding officers. And Officer Alec Laredo responded to 310 Redstone Hill based on a 911 call believed to have been made by Nicholas Butcher. Officers went to the side door of the house and spoke with Nathan Butcher. They ordered Nathan Butcher to show his hands and step outside the house. As Nathan Butcher stepped out, gunfire erupted. Nicholas Butcher fired well over 80 rounds, attacking the officers from behind, fatally shooting both Sergeant DeMonte and Officer Hamzy, and wounding Officer Laredo. Despite sustaining a gunshot wound to his leg, Officer Laredo was able to make his way around the house. He ran all the way around the house and around the neighbor's house, back to Bristol Police Department cruiser. From that vantage point, he fired one shot, striking and killing Nicholas Butcher. Although some details of the investigation remain to be determined, it is evident from the evidence collected so far that Officer Laredo's use of deadly force was justified. That was a good shot. I wish something could have been done quicker, but that was a good shot by him. Again, that's the mom screaming. There's even a strobe flashlight going. I don't think that's flicker from the FPS from the camera. I think that's actually a strobe. I think it's mounted on his firearm. But
one down. Suspect down.
So here's the scene. Now, this is the side door. You see this? See this window? That's the window we were looking for. That we were looking at. Okay. This is the side door. He was over here. See this car? At first, I thought he was behind this bush. Behind this bush in his camouflage. But I think we're getting a lot of reflection off the wall. Because even in this picture, it'll zoom in just a second. There's a shotgun stage there, too, that he just never got to. He had a 12 gauge as well, stationed right here on the corner of this house. So I think he's over here behind this gray car towards the neighbor's property. And the IG report said he fired, his initial fires were from the neighbor's property. So there's the shotgun. That is where I was just talking about. That's the shotgun that was just staged there up against the gutter. So he had an AR, sidearm, and the shotgun staged there. So I'm thinking and it says they were attacked from behind, and the first shots were initially fired from the neighbor's property. So I don't think he was behind the bush, which is what I originally thought. I think we're getting a flash off the side of the house, not only with his flashlight. So bullets don't flash like that, pop, 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 right? Because there's no way he can sustain a rate of fire that's steady. That was his he hit his flashlight, he blinded him, and just fucking laid into him as fast as he could pull the trigger. And then we get the Remington with a tripod. Now that ends up being behind the bush there. But you see his magazine's in upside down. So he obviously worked this driveway. There's a hunting rifle too that wasn't used, that was laying by the bushes. So he had something behind the bushes. He had two firearms on him. and he had the one stage by the gutter. So he had 4 firearms already laid out. He planned this, right? But you see the AR-15 that he was firing from, this magazine's in it upside down. That's why you can see rounds. Those rounds should be in the gun. He somehow jammed it in there upside down, and that's why he switched to his sidearm. And then that's him. This is the car. I don't know if you can see this. This is the car. Here, right? That's the car from the side of the house, and this is the neighbor's property where he was hiding over here, probably in these bushes or some shit with his camouflage on. And then that's the AR-15 that he dropped when he switched to his sidearm. Now, he's here now with his sidearm. He didn't get to the shotgun, and he didn't get to the hunting rifle either. This could have been a lot worse without that one shot. But that's where he fell. And you can see he's tacked up. He's got mags. It's not a plate carrier, right? It's just Alice or whatever. And he's strapped up with mag carriers and shit. No plates. But the shot actually went in at the base of his skull. It was a hell of a shot. And then there's camouflage pants he's wearing, camouflage shirt. Here's where we can see the shot. That was a pretty good way. Like I said, it was at least 30 yards, maybe closer to 40 yards. But there is a trajectory rod through the shirt. So that's what this collar is up high. This is almost like a turtleneck. So it basically went in from the side, but it hit the base of his skull and put him down instantly. It's got a trajectory rod in it. A would be entrance, B would be exit, and shot from the position where the cop was at the end of the driveway. And then there's the Glock 17, which is what he switched to. He was firing from this towards the end after his magazine fired. And there's his mag carries tack vest that he was wearing. So, again, the IG report came out. The IG's report came out about all this, right? And I'm going to read the news article to you. And I don't want to blame the cops for what happened. This is a psychopath, right? But I also don't want to say they had no fault in this. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being fucking a piece of shit about it. But why the antagonizing him? Why? You don't know when you're dealing with someone. Anybody could do this. I don't know. This isn't like a fluke, right? If you have a grudge to settle, call 911, and they show up, and you're waiting on them. I guarantee you can get a couple of them. No, the K-9 officer wasn't there. I guarantee you can get a couple of them. Like, and how long they let it go on, how they antagonized him, they took shots at him. I understand he's being the dickhead and he's doing or whatever, but sometimes you just have to be the backboard that catches all the dickhead remarks. He was still a psychopath. He still shouldn't have done this. He shouldn't have done any of this. This is crazy. I don't want to condone any of it. But goddamn, if I was that cop, if I was that fucking cop, I would have the 5'7" cop. How bad would you fucking feel? I mean, you shoved him. You took multiple shots at him. You're the one who said, I bet people are proud of you. And that's why he's screaming while he's killing your partners. Hartford, Connecticut. The ambush killing of 2 Connecticut police officers was likely fueled by an angry interaction the gunman had with police earlier. Along with building pressures in his personal life, his abuse of alcohol or drugs, according to a report released Wednesday by the state's inspector general. Also, the report released that he was struggling with his sexuality. The report detailing how Bristol Police Sergeant Dustin DeMonte and Officer Alex Hamsey were gunned down in the driveway of a home also found that a third officer who survived the 2022 attack was justified in fatally shooting the gunman, identified by police as Nicholas Butcher. Inspector General Robert Delvin's investigation, required by law in cases of deadly force, described Butcher in a downward spiral in the face of mounting debt, his ex-wife's pregnancy with his former friend, and a scolding by his mother following the traffic stop that evening. Nevertheless, quote, it must be emphasized that Nicholas Butcher is a murderer here, it said. It would be wrong to place any of the blame for the attack on the traffic stop officers or others in Nicholas Butcher's life. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I think a little bit of blame would go a long way with saying, hey, we're not saying you're a murderer. We're not saying you absolutely set this off. But had this been handled differently, what could have been the outcome? I don't like that we're not placing any of the blame. How about 1% of the blame or something? I don't know. Yeah, he was yelling the F slur at the cops. And the IG report's published. You can read it if you want to. It talked about his brother and his struggling sexuality, where I guess he was gay and no one knew. I don't know. Butcher made a false call to 911 on the night of October 12, 2022, asking for help with his brother, who he claimed had been acting aggressively since the two were pulled over in a traffic stop after a bar fight earlier that night, the report said. As DeMonte Hamzy and Officer Alec Laredo approached, that guy has two last names. I don't know if it's the hyphenated guy. Approached Butcher's home in response to the call. Butcher opened fire with an AR-15 rifle from a hiding spot in some bushes in front of his parents' house next door, the neighboring property, striking all three officers, according to the report. Wearing a camouflage shirt, pants, and a vest, he then stood over DeMonte and Hamzy, where they had fallen, and fired dozens more shots at them in front of his horrified parents, Joseph and Katrina Butcher, who had come outside. How proud are you of me? How proud, Butcher said as he fired, possibly addressing his parents, according to the report. I don't think he was addressing his parents at all. And I think that the IG report saying that they were addressing his parents is taking even more blame off the cop that said, I bet people are proud of you, huh? How proud are you of me? How proud, Butcher said as he fired, possibly addressing his parents, according to the report. His mother's nonstop screams were caught on police body cam video. I don't think I've ever screamed like that before in my life, Katrina Butcher told investigators. My son walked over to one of the officers that was down and just shot him point blank in the head. I was just screaming at him to stop. Joseph Butcher said his son was in a trance type of thing. Laredo struck in the leg, was able to get away, bracing himself against the police cruiser. He fired a single shot, striking Butcher and killing him, the report said. You can hear, the only time you hear the dad in the whole video is the dad said he's down when the cop actually shot him and killed him. The dad's the one who says he's down. Friends and relatives said Butcher had in recent months talked about suicide, describing a morbid side that found its way into stand-up comedy act that one friend called dark and tasteless. He told jokes about dead babies, suicide, and disabled people. The report said the evening easy. That's my material. The evening had begun at a bar where Butcher had planned to perform during an open mic forum, but instead got into a drunken fight with a patron, leading the bartender to call police, according to the report. After Butcher said his brother, Nathan, left the bar, officers pulled over their truck and had it towed, saying Nicholas Butcher was too drunk to drive, and Nathan Butcher had expired driver's license. Their mother, again, Nathan only had the expired. They said that the big guy was too drunk, and his brother only had an expired license. They cut him a break. You can tell he's drunk in the video. Their mother was called to pick them up. At the scene, she scolded a belligerent Nicholas, an interaction that likely left him feeling humiliated, the report said, blaming it on the mom and not the cops. Imagine this is an adult man who we say, look, we're not responsible for his actions. He's a psychopath. He's a murderer. He's a piece of shit. But imagine the IG report blaming the mom for some part of this and not blaming the cops. I swear, like, I don't want to be disrespectful to these cops. It sucks. It's horrible. It's bad. But they had something to do with this. If the mom had something to do with it, the fucking cops had something to do with it. Or none of them had anything to do with it. It's going to happen no matter what. I was embarrassed, and I told him that, Katrina Butcher said. I said, Nick, you're embarrassing your family. You're embarrassing our name. Authorities concluded there was not enough evidence to charge Nathan Butcher. So if you go back and listen to the phone call, you can hear his brother in the background. I don't know. They said there wasn't enough evidence to charge him, and he was drunk. He might not even remember. but it almost sounds like he's laughing in the background while this is going on. And when his brother says, I think this young man could use a talking to, it sounds like his brother's laughing in the background. But you could go back and listen to that if you want to. It says authorities concluded there was not enough evidence to charge Nathan Butcher, who was struck in the initial round of gunfire. So the cops actually ended up shooting Nathan, I think, when they got shot. They couldn't tell where the fire was coming from. Authorities concluded, I just read that. Nicholas Butcher fired a total of 83 rounds, 59 from the assault rifle and 24 from a 9mm handgun. That was a Glock 17. 24 shots landed on Officer Hamzy. 6 shots landed on Sergeant DeMonte. Again, we knew he had an issue with Hamzy. No one talked about it. No one brought it up. No one warned this guy when he was showing up. You can't tell me that he was just going to kill the cops and 6 shots to one and 24 in the other. Butcher had, what? If you just listen, I just read his name. 24 shots landed on Officer Hamzy, 6 shots landed on Sergeant DeMonte, it said. Butcher had 14 registered firearms, according to the report, including the assault weapon now banned in Connecticut. He had purchased the weapon in 2010 and was godfathered in under the law, but there is no record that he applied for a required certificate of possession of the large capacity magazines in his possession, the 30-round mags. His blood alcohol level at 0.234 was about 3 times the legal limit to drive, toxicology reports showed. An analysis of his phone suggested that Butcher was in a toxic relationship with a woman who on the day of the attack told him she may have been pregnant. Information on the phone also indicated he had gotten another woman pregnant whose due date was in October of 2022, around the time of the shooting, the report said. The analysis of Nicholas Butcher's phone, interviews, family and friends, a comprehensive review of all collected evidence provided insight into the stressors Nicholas Butcher's life that likely contributed to the ambush of the attack on the officers, the report said. DeMonte, 35, was a 10-year veteran officer and co-recipient of his department's 2019 Officer of the Year award. His wife was expecting their 3rd child at the time of the death. Hamzy, 34, worked 8 years for his hometown police force. Like DeMonte, he was an advisor to a police cadet program. Laredo joined the Bristol Police Department in 2018. I think the Alec Laredo guy might have been the guy he was making fun of for the hyphenated name. I'm not positive, but I think so. If we go back to this article, where's this article? Hold on just a second. This goes into more in depth. Let's read this one as well. Though the investigator sorry. Shot in the leg, take over, killed Butcher. Bringing further towards discover a phony. After authorities discovered he made a phony domestic violence report to lure the police to his home. Okay. Butcher's brother could face charges in his killings. It says Nicholas Butcher. It says a report released by Connecticut Officer Inspector General on the killings of 2 Bristol police officers in the 2022 paints the shooter, Nicholas Butcher, as a man who struggled with his sexuality and had a number of mounting stressors in his life as he appeared to fall into a deep depression in the months leading up to the shooting. The 66-page report released Wednesday looked deep into Butcher's background and personal life in an attempt to explain his murderous and brutal rampage that took the lives of 35-year-old Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte, 34-year-old Sergeant Alex Hamzy on October 12, 2022. A 3rd officer, Alec Laredo, was shot in the leg but was able to take cover and kill Butcher, preventing any further violence towards police after authorities discovered he made a phony domestic violence report to lure police to his home at 310 Redstone Hill Road. Damn it. Sorry, open an ad. I was trying to close this fucking thing. The report also looked into determine whether Butcher's brother could face charges in the killings, which is yet to happen. Though the Inspector General's Robert Delvin Jr. is usually tasked with determining whether an officer's use of force was justified, his investigation focused much more heavily on the narrowing down of what may have motivated Butcher to turn what started as a night out at a local bar with his brother into an ambush attack against police with an assault rifle. Just days after the attacks, Delvin said it was obvious based on the evidence that Laredo's actions were justified and prevented the further tragedy. Bristol Mayor Jeffrey Caggiano told the Courant that Delvin's report took so long to release because it was extremely comprehensive. The report goes well beyond the Inspector General's statutory requirements for an officer-involved shooting, but we are thankful that they have released the publicly relevant information on this case. Caggiano, while this is one of the darkest days of Bristol history, we have had a chance to review the report fully, and I concur with the findings in the report. During the investigation, Delvin's office spoke to several friends of Butcher, his employer, parents and brother to get a better understanding of his mental state in the days, weeks, months, and even years leading up to the shootings. They also analyzed his cell phone, where they found aspects of his life he kept secret, and were assisted the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit into diving into his background. According to Delvin's report, Butcher, the oldest of 4 children, grew up in Bristol and graduated from Bristol Central High School in 2005. After school, he told multiple people that he enlisted in the Army but was rejected, something authorities were unable to verify through records kept by the Department of Defense. Friends and a former classmate of Butcher described him as a bully who threw his weight around. He played football and wrestled in high school and was someone who liked to fight even into his adult years. The report said, according to the report, Butcher married in 2015, had 2 kids and got divorced in 2019. Those close to him say he struggled with the divorce becoming dark and jaded before getting even worse in early 2022 when he learned his ex-wife had moved on. It was at the same time that he believed a friend did something to betray him. The friend got his ex-wife pregnant. People close to him told investigators that Butcher went into a downward spiral that led him to drinking hard liquor every day and exacerbated his struggles with substance abuse, the report said. Delvin's investigation found that Butcher abused cocaine and marijuana, which were found in his system during an autopsy, while also taking antidepressants. His blood alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit to drive a car on the night of the killings. One friend told Delvin's office Butcher confided in him that he had considered suicide at one point after the divorce. Butcher's boss at a liner systems company based in Plantsville told investigators that he started working for the company as a teenager and was initially a good employee who worked his way up to supervising large-scale job sites. He would later be moved to smaller jobs and working around the shop in the last few years of his life. His boss alleged that he began sitting in the company truck at job sites and would not do much work. In the 6 to 9 months prior to the shooting, those close to him said Butcher's behavior got worse. When he would drink, Butcher's father said he would express a desire to murder a former friend he felt betrayed him and kill his whole bloodline, according to the report. A friend of Butcher told investigators he had once said, "I'm just trying the hardest I can not to kill the guy," when speaking about the former friend. An examination of Butcher's cell phone revealed that he had several personal problems beyond just his failed marriage and his desire to reconcile with his ex-wife. Butcher generally displayed a tough guy persona that he appeared to struggle with his sexuality, Delvin wrote. Beginning in November 2021, he first downloaded Grindr and would repeatedly uninstall and reinstall the app over the next 11 months, Delvin wrote. It appears that Nicholas Butcher sought to keep this aspect of his life secret, Delvin wrote in the report. Text messages in Butcher's cell phone also revealed that he was allegedly involved in a volatile, hostile, and toxic long-distance relationship with a woman who continually pushed to move into his home with him along with her child, according to the report. Were this to happen, it would likely impact Nicholas Butcher's ability to continue his bisexual lifestyle, Delvin wrote. The day of the shooting, the same woman informed Butcher that she may be pregnant, and analysis of his phone showed his cell phone also revealed different woman told Butcher in February 2022 he had gotten her pregnant and that her due date was sometime in October, the report said. Investigators found that Butcher had pursued therapy and had been taking antidepressants. Digging into his background, authorities discovered that he bought 14 guns between 2008 and 2020, including an assault rifle that he required to get a special certificate for after the Sandy Hook shooting. No record of him applying for the certificate could be found. That's actually for the magazines, not the gun. He was grandfathered in on the gun. Investigators also could not find any history of anti-police sentiment. I had a stroke. when one friend of Butcher's even described him as pro-police, the report said. Another friend told investigators he was not anti-police and that he was actually friendly with an officer, Hamzy. I don't know that sounded friendly when he's like, oh, he's Hollywood. Tell him I said hi. Maybe it was. I just took it the other way because that's the one he fucking killed in his driveway. Doesn't sound like friends. Delvin's investigation and shot him 24 times. Delvin's investigation found that a likely motive for the shooting was the state of Butcher's life at the time, which included financial debt along with the looming possibility of a third child combined with his interaction with police and his mother in the hours before the deadly ambush. After getting into a physical fight with a man at Bleacher's Bar shortly after 9 p.m., Butcher left the bar with his brother in his work truck, and the two were pulled over by officers investigating the bar disturbance, the report said. During the traffic stop, Butcher got into a contentious battle of words with an officer at the scene, and Butcher began insulting the officer and making lewd comments about him. During the interaction, an officer told Butcher, "People are proud of you," to which Butcher replied, "My parents definitely are," according to the report. During the stop, Butcher's mother was called by police to pick both of her sons up. When she arrived, she publicly scolded him for his action and said that he was embarrassing their family. According to Devlin's report, Butcher stood over Hamzy and fired several shots at him. Could be heard on police body cam footage saying, "How proud are you of me? How proud?" Butcher's statement came as both of his parents had come running out of their home before witnessing the killings. Delvin wrote in his findings that Butcher's comments mirrored the statement an officer made to him during the traffic stop, adding that it could also relate to the humiliation he felt from his mother's public criticism. Though the investigation looked to establish a motive for the killings, Devlin emphasized that Nicholas Butcher is the murderer here. It would be wrong to place any blame for the attack on the traffic stop officers in the Nicholas Butcher's or others in Nicholas Butcher's life, Devlin wrote, adding that it's possible investigators were unable to find what may have motivated Nicholas Butcher's decision to attack the officers that day. Nicholas Butcher's evil deeds simply may be beyond our ability to comprehend. The investigation looked to determine if Butcher's brother, Nathan Butcher, was involved in the attack or planning it, a question Delvin concluded could not be fully answered. So not that he was innocent, they just didn't have enough evidence. According to the report, Nathan Butcher allegedly went to his mother's home next door shortly before the attacks and told her his brother was putting on armor and fatigues and was calling the cops and telling them to come back here. So they had a warning. They had a fucking warning. The mother told investigators she returned to her bedroom for some time before she and her husband left the home and witnessed part of the ambush. Why wouldn't their mom call the fucking cops and say, "Hey, don't come here"? At minimum. At minimum. Just don't fucking come here. It's a trap. Anything. The mother told investigators she returned to her bedroom for some time before she and her husband left the home and witnessed part of the ambush. What Nathan Butcher did after this interaction with his mother remains unclear. According to Devlin's report, Nathan Butcher was not truthful during 2 interviews with investigators. He told authorities that he was sleeping during the attacks and was only awoken when he heard gunfire. Well, that's a lie. You can see it on body camera. Body camera footage from the officer showed not only that he was not sleeping, but that he approached the doorway of the home as police arrived in the scene, was ordered to come out of the house before the gunfire erupted. He was shot in the thigh and knee as his brother peppered the area with gunfire. Spent 2 days in St. Francis Hospital at Hartford. According to Devlin's report, Nathan Butcher also denied having a conversation with his mother about Nicholas putting on fatigues and calling police. During the call, Nicholas Butcher told police his brother was acting aggressive and that he felt he needed a talking to, the report said. When he spoke to investigators, Nathan Butcher attributed his lack of memory of the events to him taking a Xanax bar when he was pulled over earlier in the evening, the report said. He denied being with his brother when he called the police to lure them to the home. According to Devlin's report, authorities tested Nathan Butcher's hands for gunshot residue after the shooting, and a lab test showed that he tested positive for some elements of the gunshot residue. He's also pretty close there. The laboratory reported notes that his results does not prove whether Nathan Butcher fired a firearm, nor whether a firearm was fired near him, Devlin wrote. The report further states the gunshot residue particles can be transferred by casual contact, for sure. According to Devlin, investigators did not find any video or other evidence suggesting Nathan Butcher fired a gun. Additionally, the analysis of Nathan Butcher's phone did not turn up any evidence indicating his brother helped him plan the attack. Whether or not Nathan Butcher could be charged in the killings is up to New Britain Judicial District State Attorney Christian M. Watson. Devlin said he consulted with Watson during the investigation about any evidence against the brother. It is the view of the state's attorney, Watson, with which I fully agree, that at the present time, there is insufficient evidence to charge Nathan Butcher with criminal involvement in the murders of the officer Hamzy and Sergeant DeMonte or the assault of Officer Laredo, Devlin wrote. This is not to, he might have been helping plan this shit and not even remember if he's on fucking bars and drinking. I don't remember anything, and I wake up the next day and everybody hates me the next day. This is not to say categorically that Nathan Butcher is innocent, but rather that there is not sufficient probable cause to bring a criminal charge against him, he wrote. And that's the rest of that story. I think the parents should have called. I think definitely Nathan could have called. I think Nathan could have had, I can hear him laughing. You can go listen to the 911 call if you want to. I can hear him laughing in it. When he says, I think this boy needs a stern talking to, he laughs in the background. But whatever. I guess it was just the Xanax and you can walk now. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining us. It's a horrific story. I didn't want to be the guy that made it seem like I was blaming the fucking cops, but it went wrong from the fucking jump. It went wrong from the fucking jump, and it didn't get any better. But anyways, thank you guys for joining us. That's it for tonight. Thank you for the support, the donations. Sorry we ended up on such a shitty story, but I wanted to make sure we covered it fully. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you around the next one. Yeah, we'll see you guys. New printer that I fucking put on a credit card will be here on the 2nd, I think. But also, Mariah has family in that whole week of 4th of July, and Liam's birthday is the 5th. So I'll be taking some time off, but I'll also be working on stuff behind the scenes. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you around the next one. Have a good night. Please consider supporting the show. That's how I keep it going. Hopefully it stays self-sufficient. I know the economy's shit right now, but hopefully it provides for itself. That's the only way I can keep it going like this. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good night. Coldbeer.fund if you want to support the show. Coldbeer.fund.
This about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started.
Everybody on 3 say, fuck it, Suko. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You know that stage is set.
Good job, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You ain't seen none yet. And they say that I'm a lunatic. But listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick.
Still mad at Suko.
Stupid shit.
Still mad.
Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord and to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip.
Too late. You guys already said it in my head. I'm like 2 minutes ahead of you. Too late.
Like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'm gonna make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst.
You got to keep up with me in real time. I don't know. Some of you going to have to call in or something. I don't know.
Fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is.
Yeah, I don't speak Chinese.
You ain't seen none yet. Here we go,
Jesus Christ.
Piss him off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine, with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, this is gonna be it. Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This is my mom's an alcoholic. Oh, give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss them off. It's about to get...
Good night, guys.
The place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen...